What is up, everybody? Welcome to Cover Picks. God, this ain't Cover Picks. This is Spec Club. This is episode 10. And I'm joined by a couple of fine gentlemen today. Got my guy Rob's Comics. Got my guy Rocksteady Collectibles in the building. Fella, how y'all doing tonight?
Good, good. What's going on?
Doing awesome.
Doing good, man. Doing good. Um, Man, we got some other people joining us tonight. Should be a pretty packed show. But I know for sure we're gonna go over some original art. We got Rob showing off some original art. I'm gonna show off some stuff. A couple of other people coming through to show off some original art. Rocksteady, you got any original art? Do you collect away at all, or?
That's a scary market. It's really hard to jump into, and I feel like you just got to do it, whether you win or lose the first time, and you learn, right? And I don't know, it's a lot to take in.
Yeah, so that's why when I got into OA, I did it to pretty much just for like PC collecting, right? Kind of like saying, okay, I'm gonna stop collecting slab comics and things of that nature and just kind of jump straight into doing OA as my PC, because one thing about OA, you don't really have to worry about big market fluctuations, right? Because if you got a piece of OA, it's the only one. So there's really the value is always going to be based on, if you decide to sell it, it's going to be based on who you're selling it to. Do they see the value in it? Is it a piece that they want, where there's a sketch, where it's a sketch, a custom cover, a piece of original comic book art, something of that nature. It's all about the person that's buying it at that point in time, honestly. Let's see here. We got a couple of early birds in the chat early. Thanks to everybody who showed up early. We greatly appreciate it. Rob, what's going on, man? I know you got some heat for us today to show off. What you got in store for us tonight?
Yeah, I mean, always the original comic book pages and covers. But I know for starters, sometimes his original art can be the same as getting those blank variants, drawn a certain way or drawn to your liking. Or, you pay just as much as for 1 in 100 or 1 in 200, but that 1 of 1 is something about that ratio that makes you really want to dig deep and say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take that plunge.
I come from the toy world, and it's very much like prototypes, whereas there's only one of them, for example, and then basically you just kind of buy what you like, and then you're always going to be happy in that world because the price is the price, right?
Yep, exactly.
Right. Yeah, and it's the type of thing with OA. Dang, Rocksteady, I didn't know you came from the action figure world. So did I, which that's, a completely different beast within itself, right? Like action figures and comic book collecting, in my opinion, is totally different. But now I'm starting to see more and more people getting action figures graded, which I think is kind of changing, that hobby. Mac from Sin City just asked a great question. So you consider sketches and commissions as OA, even though some artists clone the layout and context? That's a great question, Mac. And I guess it just depends. Like, I guess it's original until that artist reuses that idea that you have, for a sketch or that they have for that individual sketch. But the way I look at it is I got a buddy, TM Comics. He showed me some of his original sketch covers, and he had like a Black Cat cover where it had like 10 different artists sketched Black Cat on there.
Yeah.
That's original piece. Yeah. That can't be duplicated unless somebody goes back and finds all 10 artists that he had sketch on there and then get them to sketch it the exact same way on the exact same book. So to me, that's still original in a sense. So yeah,
So here's my example here. Like I got this.
I love that one, man. I seen that
That's
before.
sick.
I love that.
Aaliyah. This was done by Eric Chen, one of Art Germ's understudies, with Derek Chu and all them. I got this from him in 2016. And as you can see, it's I consider this OA because even though it's Aaliyah homage, I was on a hip hop kick, and I was like, why not? So I consider that.
Hey
I
Rob, throw that
consider
back
that
up.
art.
I wanna show it off one more time. Yeah. I don't know. When you was further, when you pulled it further back, you can see it better. I don't know what it's so weird. Flip it, kind of turn it the other way. Yeah, there you go.
But even if an artist does do two of them, they're going to be a little bit different.
Right.
Yeah.
They always gone. So let's see. I'll just look at the comments right quick. True that. All right, and so I did want to highlight this before we get too deep into the OA. My brother Mighty Mel V has started back writing for comicsheatingup.net. Here personally on 940 Comics, we aren't affiliated with comicsheatingup.net, but since Mighty Mel V is over there writing again, I figure I would let everybody know and just kind of share off what Mel is doing over there on comicsheatingup.net. So let's take a quick look at some of the books he spotlighted. All these ads. Click some of these off right quick. So he did this. I'm only going to show a couple of them because I don't want to give off his whole list and y'all don't have any reason to go and read it. So this is a 007 number 2 cover H incentive, Mark Aspinall Virgin variant. Pretty sick cover right there. A lot going on in this one if you look at the small details. And then a book that we actually featured on Cover Picks, All Out Avengers Scotty Young variant. And that's funny because we were just talking about Scotty Young last week. And let me just read his comment really quick. Yeah. All right. So Mel, pretty much all the same points I hit when we had this on Cover Pick. Scotty Young has a big following. Blade, I think, is going to be huge once we actually get him in the MCU. So I think, this will be a good one to pick up. Buy you a couple of these while they still on shelves because eventually they won't be there. But if you haven't done so already, please get over there on Chew and check out the whole website, not just my brother Mighty Mel V, but definitely check out Mighty Mel V's article over on Chew. And hit those Chew forums like James is saying over here. Hit those Chew forums. They definitely got some knowledge on that website. So guys, hit up Chew, read Mighty Mel V's comment. Hit Mighty Mel V up on Instagram. Let him know what you thought about it, or just let him know that you read his column over there on Chew, and support the brother, man. Quick comment from Dwayne Scott. Quick Jay-Z quote right here. I bought some art for $1 million. 2 years later, that is worth $2 million. Few years later, that is worth $8 million. I can't wait to get that to my children. Real quote right there, man. I think that's why a lot of us collect. We can say, oh, I love the art. I love the stories. I love the artists. I love the history. Really, we collect for that flip, bro. When we buy some books and that book hit, and you make your money off of it, is no better feeling. I don't care what nobody says. Rock steady. I see you smiling over there. That means you agree.
It's an itch, and you chase that dragon,
Mm-hmm. See, that dragon for me this year was that Tosin.
Cool. That was crazy. That was everybody's dragon this year.
That single-handedly saved Spec for about a month and a half. Honestly, that's like one of the few Spec books. Like, it had cooled down for a little bit, but now, even though the market is down, that book is up.
Yeah, that and 8 Billion Genies seem to be the two from this year.
Mm-hmm. But I tell you what, both of those books, we talked about them on Cover Picks before. FOC, y'all had chances to order it. I've been preaching, watch Cover Picks, watch Cover Picks, watch Cover Picks, watch Cover Picks. It's definitely people out there watching. There's definitely people out there watching, but not as many that should be watching. But you know how that goes. All right, so Max says, I've kept this private, but I have 2 pieces from Alex Maleev. They will go to my kids. Yeah, that's a good investment, Mac. I'm willing to bet that your kids will be very happy with that Alex Maleev OA that you have over there. Dwayne Scott representing, saying that cover pick saves life. All right. I know y'all used to seeing Ultra here when we kick off the show, but he following up the rear tonight. And boy, that boy put a new hairstyle on. Ultra, what's up, man?
What up, man? Nah, just letting the hair down, man. That's what little bit of hair I have remaining in my old age is what I'm letting down this evening. And yes, I am bringing up the rear here this evening. Missing shows, sleeping through shit, getting sunburnt real bad this weekend. You know, been fun times.
What you do outside this weekend?
I was at a car show this weekend put on locally by one of my friends, and it's one of those rare opportunities where I see people that I used to hang out with a decade or more ago, see them for a day, see them for about 2 to 3 minutes a piece, but there's like 50 of them, so it's like slapping hands and hugs and checking out kids and stuff like that for basically 5.5 hours and a little bit of cars intermixed. So it was fun. Good times.
You did say you was going to a car show this weekend.
I'm surprised I made it. Man.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Oh no, don't you start yawning, man. It's too early for that shit.
Man, I've been tired. I don't know why it was. I gotta go to bed early or something, man. I told myself I was gonna start trying to wake up at like 6 a.m, but man, that ain't worked out yet, bro. I gotta get it. I gotta get a regimen back then.
It's man, I'm trying to do more health conscious things actually and stay active, going for more walks with the dog. But I got a little kid, you know, man. I gotta wait and drop him off in school in the mornings, and then I got to do that hour and a half waiting in the pickup line in the afternoons, which is ridiculous, man. And there's taking a kid to school is ridiculous. Picking them up is even more ridiculous, man.
Yeah, man. Every parent on my personal Instagram or Facebook that have kids that school age, all of them are talking about the damn pickup lines for these schools, man. Seems
hour
like that's
and a half.
Oh. And every school has that lady who stands outside who has too much power, right? Who waves the people through and forces everybody and shouts.
Man, look, no, there with my kid's school, it's even worse than that. There is a no left-hand turn into the school that everybody be violating until the sheriff pull up and goes on duty. And then the sheriff yells at people who continuously try to make the left-hand turn in front of her. So she's like, no, you guys got to go up. All the side streets get filled. Like it's no joke, man. And there's a 4-way intersection. Once this thing is filled, and it's just mayhem. And that one intersection is like the only reason. So you got to get there mad early and get in line to be in the parking lot at the school in order to just avoid that. And man, like somebody's been getting here like 2 hours early. I'm like, how do you do this? Because they're always first in line. And I'm like, you got to be getting there 2 hours early because there's no way in hell you're getting here before that.
What a waste.
But it seemed like getting there 2 hours early is like a bigger waste of time than waiting for an hour or an hour and a half.
Man, I don't know how some of these people do it. I mean, I know that because of my work schedule and being like odd hours already, like I know I can do this. But other people, I'm like, how do y'all be doing this is the question. But, you know, thankfully for my comic book friends and family and all this, you know, other stuff I'll be into. We'll see, man. I just hope to keep it moving forward. And as long as I can keep the balance, I can continue to appear on shows and still get a good night's sleep.
Yep.
Yes, sir. So speaking of websites and lists and things of that nature, I wanted to take because I kind of fell off on doing this, and I feel like I need to do this more often. Let's take a quick look at the cover price top 10 this week. And one thing, when I saw this list, the first thing that jumped out to me is 8 Billion Genies is still rearing its ugly little head. This damn genie will not go away, bro.
Lingers.
This genie will not go away. I think Rawls is going for like 40 now. I remember when I was in Chicago, the artist was there for 8 Billion Genies, or the writer was there, one of the two, and he had them for like 20, 25 a piece. I was like, nah, that's too much. Now they at 40.
I will say this real quick, man. Number 6 on this list. It's been out for like 3 weeks now, right? This is the third week it's been out, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were on the shelf last week at $20 after they'd already appeared on a hot list. And I know that they were selling for more, apparently, or looking like they were selling for more. But there's 2 copies that were sitting. If they're still there tomorrow, I'm going to go get one because I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy. Mm-hmm. But I got to ask you guys, number 1 on this list has now gone second printing. Not only has it gone second printing, it's got 2 variants that nobody gives a shit about except for me. So here's my gripe. Why is this book selling well? And is it going to continue to sell well enough to warrant the second print to sell well too? Is the second print going to be the only one that's worth any money to people? Or is the action figure variant and the Choose Your Destiny variant going to finally pop up on people's radar? And they're going to be like, oh, well, the same people who don't appear on this cover appear in the book that don't appear on those other covers. So I'm not really understanding the love that the first print's getting.
Well, Marvel knows what they're doing, right? So they're going to do a first print, then they're going to do a second print, and they're going to wait for 27 or 28 for a first cover appearance so people grab them too.
Yeah, or they're going to do first cover appearance on the third print, 26, before 28 comes out. But which also leads me to believe what's going on with the secret covers that JTC was doing. Remember those?
Yeah.
So we're going to get a action figure variant that nobody knows what it is.
I bought like $200 in them. I forgot all about that. Man, honestly, if you wanted to be a scam artist, bro, with this comic book stuff, you could legitimately scam people. Like, just get them to buy some shit and take forever to ship it out, bro. It'll be out in a couple of months,
bro.
Hell, you forget after you order the stuff and you swipe your credit card, you don't forgot about it.
Man, I tell you, there's been a couple of times I've let a couple of stores get away with at least like $20, $25 of my money from pre-ordering like 4 copies of a book that never came out. You know, and it's just like, damn, what do you do about that? Too late to PayPal dispute, too late to call a credit card company. Just like, now I remember, son of a bitch.
Ain't nothing you can do. You got to take the L. That's why when you pre-order and Kickstarter, you got to stay on top of your stuff, man, and make sure you get what's owed to you. Now, with JTC, we ain't got to worry about it, right? But
I think JTC and Campbell are 2 of the people I will order from and not really, like you said, worry about it. It'll come. Sometimes they, quality happens with both of them. But from what I know, both publishers are really, really like strict on like sending shit back and being like, no, Marvel, this run is not good. You need to reprint the books. And it's happened. So
Star Wars 26, is that hot because of all the first appearances in it?
Yeah, it's got like 7 or 8 like nobodies in it though. It's like nobody important according. Man, I remember this book. First thing that morning, man, this was the book that everybody was like hunting for. I'm like, I just want my action figure variant for my set, man. Like, set collecting's my thing. I'll try to put those sets together. Just let me get my one, and I got my one each at 2 stores, so I got 2 copies of each. But man, people were fighting over this. It was weird.
I think if it's not a Jedi or a Sith Lord or a bounty hunter, there's not much that usually carries.
Right.
Nobody cares.
But people are so like just anxious for anything with first appearances. And it's like, is the first appearance a good first appearance, or is it like the first appearance of a real life senator being drawn into a book? Like
an ambassador, a general, like
Yeah. Like
tell
a
me
celebrity.
comics are slow without telling me comics are slow.
Like I said on earlier this year on Cover Picks, I was like, just FOC all the Star Wars stuff because you never know when they're gonna have a first appearance. People gonna go bonkers about it. Just like automatically have your stuff set up. Every Star Wars, I want 3 of them. Cover whatever covers, I want 3 of them. Just get them.
And with Star Wars, they never go below cover price, really. Like, they're usually a pretty safe bet.
It's because there's always more Star Wars fans than there are Star Wars books available. I think that's like the huge thing. So, did I ever tell you? Do you guys ever hear me talk about my one LCS that refuses to order Captain Marvel for the shelf?
No.
No.
I'm sorry. This is so awesome. I got to tell you this. So, you remember that Captain Marvel, the run that started with issue number 1, and then issue number 8 of the first appearance of Star, and then her sister, and Namor's son, and Psylocke's daughter, and all sorts of just first appearances, like just at random. And it's this current volume that also now has binary in it. Well, every time a first appearance would happen, the morning of release, they'd be getting their phones blown up. People would be wanting them put in their boxes, and people would be at the store taking all the shelf copies, and he'd be like, I'm sorry, I'm sold out. And then he would try to reorder, and he would reorder a little bit, but then he would adjust his numbers, and then the book would suck again, and the sales, he'd be stuck with, he basically got stuck with all this inventory. He refused to order shelf copies for this book now. He's like, if you want this book, you got to be sub to it. And if you're subscribing to it, and I got to order you books that have already FOC'd, you're probably going to prepay for them. Get left holding the bag, right? Nobody wants to be left holding the bag.
Yeah, I mean you can't be mad at them, though, man, because that's like I said, comics is a wicked game, bro. Imagine being in a store and you up your orders on the series because everybody found out about the Kool-Aid flavor of the week on Spec, before the book came out, and everybody rushed to the store to get this book. You bump up your orders, and then the next issue, you got 10, 15 issues of pure Drake sitting there for no good reason at all.
That's like Something's Killing the Children. Like, issues 1 through 8 or whatever, hardly ordered. The rest, like, infinitely ordered. Still on the shelves in places.
I mean, what comes to mind for me is that Nubia, Queen of the Amazons, the one, the Kika Riano variant where the shoes were cut off on the bottom.
Oh man, no. See, that was full bait and switch on DC, man. Yeah, oh my god, there were so many people that were heated about that.
I was sour. I still bought them, but I was sour. Like, how you cut off the one reason we bought it. I mean, really though.
250 copy minimum on that book, though.
Exactly.
That's why it was like severe, like, ooh, sting, because stores were stuck with it. They had I don't know the returnability on a 250 order minimum for one of those team variants. I don't think they can return them. And if they're stuck with them, and people don't like them because the sneaker got cut, man.
But then the other cover that she did, the icon cover, she had one foot up on the car where you can see the Hirachis, and I was like, all right, that one's cool. I got that one, but I was like, man, I really wanted the Nubia one. But I still collect the Nubias anyway, just because I'm getting all the variants. But even some of those are like, my LCS is a big one, and they was like, since you've been subscribed to it, we'll order the 1 in 100, but we only getting the one. And I was just like, all right, as long as I get it, I don't care.
Well, you want some good news?
What?
You guys know I pay attention to too many things at once and kind of just see the patterns. Your Nubia spec is about to blow up. Big time. So already through the grapevines is already coming through that Nubia will be taking over the main Wonder Woman title.
Ooh. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Also, her armor's coming back, the OG armor.
Nice. Speaking of going back to the OA, I got that first appearance of Queen Nubia in her armor. Issue 1, page 4.
Oh wow. Hold on a second though, y'all, because I got a guest backstage, and this not an average guest. This is not your average guest. This is not, this not ultra. This not male. This is somebody who doesn't do a lot of YouTube, but somebody I'm glad to call a friend, more like a sister. Look, man, I ain't got no good stuff to say about this person. And Rob, she probably about to make us put our OA up. And man, y'all welcome Nerdy Girl to the show for the first time too.
Oh, well,
how you doing?
Hey.
Okay.
Hey guys. All right, I'm
chain
trying to figure out how to see YouTube and the chat at the same time from my phone.
You won't be able to.
Should I log out and go on my computer instead?
Yeah,
it's easier on the computer.
Okay.
Yeah, at least on the computer, you can pop out the chat from YouTube, so you don't have the echo in the background. X out the YouTube blocks, and then just look in StreamYard and carry the other window.
Okay, then give me 2 seconds so I can. I brought a couple pieces, by the way, guys.
Oh,
all right,
boy.
Thank you.
All right, I'll be right back.
We're about to get dunked on.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Pretty much. And when I texted, I said, "Yeah, we showing off OA tonight, so don't shit on us too hard, man."
Too late.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell y'all the story of behind the scenes. So she might get mad at me for telling this. I don't care. But when we were in Toronto, we were at dinner together. Me, her, a bunch of other people, and this conversation like made me kind of just slide down in my chair a little bit because they talking about OA, and she says, "Yeah, I had a chance to buy X-Men 1." Every page in the book that were OA for it.
it's 80 pages, bro.
So somebody at the books at the table said, "Oh, you mean X-Men 1 from the 80s? No, from the 90s?" No,
she said no.
X-Men 1, X-Men 1, X-Men 1. The
63.
first X-Men. I said, "Yeah, I'm just gonna slide under the table now." Forget sliding down in my chair. And she said she passed on it.
Hey, there's humbling experiences that people need to have in life sometimes, and sometimes it's feeling fresh in a 6, and then that somebody with an 8 pulls up, and you're like, "Oh man!"
Right. Yeah. So I'm in a.
Hey guys.
Hello
Hey,
again.
girl.
Hey, nerd.
So yeah, man. If y'all don't know, look, I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I gotta say this because some of y'all do not be putting respect on my sister's name, bro. Some of y'all be acting like she don't know nothing about comics. Some of y'all be acting like she was gifted her comic collection by an old dying man. That's not it. I'm telling y'all, this girl knows her. This woman knows her stuff. Look, if she really wanted to, she could shit on y'all, but she don't. You know what I'm saying? So, if whether you think she humble or not, I'm telling y'all she humble. Because if she wanted to, she could really shut the game down.
Thanks, bro.
Like Black Comic Lord said, yeah, definitely time to tuck in your chains.
I didn't even pull out like my like best.
Right, and then too, like y'all, one thing y'all do gotta take into consideration. I first met her at C2E2 last year in December, the first one after COVID, and she didn't know me from a freaking hole in the ground, right? And so I just go up to her and start talking, and we hit it off. Then for like the next 2 cons, she would always ask me to come out, and I would always duck and dodge her. Because back then, I was a good boy. All I did was go to the con, go back to my hotel room, get a little food, watch Sports Center, go to sleep. Next day, do it all over again. Then I got corrupted and started going to the parties and hanging out and all of that. But
missing out on.
Yeah, but it took me a while to actually start hanging out with Danielle. But once I did, I'm telling y'all, totally good person, and you can learn a lot from her. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the little things that I don't really the things that I really never paid attention to before, like a way that you can buy collections. Go on eBay, look for sellers who you can tell not full-time comic sellers, and ask them, "Hey, would you be interested in selling your inventory?" Like most people don't think that way, you know. Most people just be like, "Oh, let me check classifieds, let me check Craigslist, let me check offer up," and look for collections that way. So you can always tell a true hustler from somebody that's doing it part-time or a make-believe hustler. But now that we got Nerdy Girl here, I thought we was gonna have a couple of other people going on. Maybe they'll trickle in later. Let's show off a little bit more of this OA. So whoever want to go first, I'm not going first.
You guys have original art? Wow.
You have original art?
I have no original art. I don't think I actually
Oh,
have.
do you have any commissions or sketches?
Yeah, I got plenty of those.
That counts as original art.
Well, yeah, that's true. So I do have. I have to pull them out of the vault. So
yeah. See, I think Rob is like when it comes to commission sketches, stuff like that. Rob is on a different level than everybody. Rob is sheesh. Rob, man, yeah, Rob would definitely make you slide down in your chair with some of the stuff he has. Astro Wizard, what's good, man? But Rob really has some good stuff.
Oh wow, look at that.
Blow it up a little bit, but
Damn.
Rob, just go through and do your thing, man. Show off some of your sketches and all of the good stuff you have, and do your thing, man. You know what to do.
This is a guy I've met on IG. His name is Official Nilo Ren. He's in California, and he had this posted on his page, and I reached out to him, and he said he still had it for sale, and I was like, I need that. This feels like Phil Noto without it being Phil Noto.
That's stunning.
This is amazing.
Yeah, that's stunning.
I have to get it framed. As you can see, it's still loose. And of course, you know, the She-Hulk fan in me.
Oh,
I got this. Jeff the Call. Had to get the She-Hulk in there.
Oh, hold on. That's the call. When did you get that?
I got this in the trade. I traded some foreigns for this, believe it or not.
That's awesome.
Oh wow. Yeah, he actually got color in there. I know at Orlando, I think he was just doing black and white sketches. I don't think he was doing color.
Well, it's dated 2017, so I'm not picky. And then my other page is on the back of the Nubia. This is Black Panther with Black Panther and Aurora Monroe Storm. I was going for the black love theme where they're holding hands. That's them in the mirror. And you got Black Panther in the suit in the background. You know, the embrace. I was like, that's an awesome page to get. I got that for cheap. And then I showed this one earlier. I think Nerdy didn't see it, but I got the Aaliyah homage on the Storm.
I love that. That's really badass. Are we allowed to say that on this channel?
Yeah, you can. We passed the first minute. You can say whatever you want now.
And this one, I love
that.
I got this done by a guy in UK.
That's awesome.
You know, anybody know the movie homage? Anybody can guess it?
Usual Suspects.
I can see the title in my head. I love that. That I love.
Kaiser Soze. I can't believe I got that, man. That's amazing.
Yeah. Adam Hughes homage. This is done by a guy in Mexico. His name is Andorra Centino, and he gave me a homage. Anybody that knows me, I do the Harley Quinn set international, and I was like, this is an awesome piece to put with it.
I like that.
And this one is done by a dude in Indonesia. Cool. Anybody that knows this cover, this is done in acrylic and pen. You know, he did the cross hashing on his own. As you can see, it's huge.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That has that retro feel to it. It's awesome.
It does like a black light poster. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And, of course, I got the She-Hulk. Don't worry about it. It's on the back.
She's thick.
Yeah. You know, let's keep let's keep the theme going here.
Oh,
Anybody
dang.
who knows me
Wow.
knows
Is that the same
Smoke
guy?
Horn. Yep, same guy.
What's his name?
His name is Hend, Hend, Dri, Dri, the second on Facebook. If you can reach out, he does art all the time. It might take him a minute to get to you, but when he does, he nails it.
Yeah, when he does, right?
Yeah, and then
What's
another
the comic scene like in Indonesia? That's a huge population country.
That is another podcast on its own. We'll talk
Okay.
about that. And this is my last one I got from him.
Wow.
He's crazy talented.
Yeah, and the lettering he did on his own.
Whoa. That's awesome.
So this is a cool one. I'm gonna definitely get frames for those. And then this one's done by a guy in Brazil. It has the Adi Granov feel, but he kept it really light.
He did a nice face.
Yeah.
Wait, was that done by Diodato?
No. The guy's name is Jeff Lee. But it looked like him, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So cool as hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I had to do the Black Cat homage.
Oh,
That's hot.
that pops.
Yeah, the green on it. And you can see how deep he went on with the color. And then, of course...
It almost looks like a second piece of art on the back like that.
Yeah, exactly. This is a Black JSC homage. Now, I mean, another reason why I figured, when it comes to OA, sometimes you don't really get the variant you want, and you just say, you know what, I could probably get somebody to create one for me, and then I get something like this.
Damn.
Now this
I
is
love
done
that one.
Sabine.
I love that.
It's done by Sabine Rich, 2016.
Details on that.
Yeah, even down to the scarf.
Yeah. Wow.
Like she nailed that. So it's definitely one of my favorites. And then sometimes you gotta have fun with it too. This one's done by a guy by the name of Art by Tobias on IG.
Really cool.
Shuri.
That's a wicked Shuri cover.
And then and one of the old G Plus days, Neil Jones, he did a couple of variants. This is Daredevil. Daredevil Electra before Daredevil Electra. Got the horns.
Wow, and that suit is
love-
skin tight, bro.
Yes, sir.
No,
We
Kurt,
need more of this and less homages.
Yeah. And then, I had to do a homage to Peggy Carter as a bombshell.
Yeah, that's what's cool about, I think, like the legacy books, man. It was a lot of good sketchbook opportunities.
Yeah. Another Adam Hughes homage. She has the diamond tears. Now, a Florida native, Jose Varice. I bought this one in black and white. He did not color it yet. I reached out to him on IG during COVID and asked if he would color it. He colored this one for $75.
wow.
I met him with Mel, and Mel called him Jose the Beast Varice, and he did like a double take at Mel because of that. Because apparently Mel knows about his involvement back in Creature Feature Entertainment, the old school books, and wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, his coloring is amazing. I'll give him that. Like, just the skin tones alone, I was like, I have to have it. So it's one of those things where it's like you might not get the variants you want, but you'll spend on a decent piece. So like a Fuller Richardson, I got this one done at 2017 Comic-Con.
Love that.
I have one that glows in the dark too, but that's on the wall. I don't want to pull that down.
That's awesome.
And now I'm gonna highlight this artist because I can tell you right now, he's probably one of my top three. He goes by the name of Omar Dugan. He's a Street Fighter artist on Udon Entertainment, and he did this one for me probably, this was 2 years ago. Now, to get him on your commission list is extremely tough. But I know for a fact that he owed me this one. This one was a definite. I asked him about this eons ago, and he was like, I got you. Now, this one's mirrored after Jade Cargill, the wrestler.
Yeah.
That was a profile. And he
Did you see
kinda
Jay
used-
was dressed up as She-Hulk last night for her match in Chicago?
Of course I did. But, you know, it's one of those things where I was like, I definitely got to do it. I have a Vixen, and I shared my Storm on IG. Anybody want to see that? That's cool. It's up there. But my top two. And then I got, let's just keep the theme going here. She-Hulk again. Now, this one's a wraparound.
Oh, that's awesome.
I like how that wraps around to the feet at the front
Yeah.
and her at the back. Only feet cover.
Feet finder.
Yeah, but then that right there, that made me laugh even more when it happened on the show. When he was like acting on Captain America, and I was like, it took a life on his own. And that's what made that one cool. But then now another Florida native, Carlos Caballero. I showed this one off on Whatnot, but this is by far my favorite cat variant ever. The detail on the shield. He used oil and pastels, acrylic. He did the watercolors on the ink block. But then, I showed this when I flipped it, and everybody was like, what the hell?
Whoa.
Sebastian Stan on the back, the bleeding star. See the tears. When
I need to do some sketch covers. These are stunning.
Yeah, but this is one of those things where it's like you only can do what you can do. But I know when it comes to missing certain variants, and when you think to yourself, I can get a commission and have it one of one, that makes it that much more cooler. This is done by Tobias too. Now this one was like, She-Hulk laid out on the thing, but then on the back, has her foot under the cover, and then has the has her symbol on her leg as a tattoo.
It's great.
And this one's done by
that's the small details that I love right there, like that Hazard logo on the tattoo.
Anybody know this homage? But this is done by a guy in Jakarta, Indonesia. I found him on Facebook, and he actually gave me the details of the city in the background, which this is probably the first piece that had any kind of details in the background. But I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, Spidey looking at that booty.
Exactly. And I had it, Pete. Oh, here go the other one. Here go the Nubia one. This is another wraparound. All the hair. Got wrap around the legs again. And then you have the mascara in the background.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Then Stephanie Rue. I had this done by him in 2017.
Dope.
But then you see the hand in the background, so you don't have to guess who it is. So
Looks good. Yeah, Thanos.
Haha.
I like the colors on that one.
Yeah.
yeah, it's that monochromatic style. You see like a little bit of the blue, but not much of the red. But then you get to the some of these. I did homages too. Like anybody that knows me, I do the Nubia set. I had a tweak on the 101 and 204. You didn't really see her face, but I had it where she had battle damage from the fight. The funny story about this one is that the original sketch, her breast was exposed, and I was like, I got an 8-year-old. You got to cover that up. I'm sorry. I was like, you can't have that out. You got to cover up the nip. Can't do that. He was like, oh, okay, I'll cover it up. I laughed.
You could have just put a smiley face sticker over the bag and board, over the bag on.
Yeah, but it takes away from it.
That's what it should be, is like a cover where you peel it back and it's a bikini to nude.
Yeah.
An acetate one, right?
An acetate.
Good one. And this one is this was done by a dude in Canada. This is probably the first sketch cover I bought online without being in person. This one was special because I only paid $15 for this. But
Get
the
out of here. Only
detail,
$15.
I paid only $15
Wow.
with shipping, and I was like, "This is amazing. This is what started me down my path." But this is kind of what really jump started that. Man, if I could do this, how many people can I reach out to get cool stuff like this? So there's plenty more, but I don't want to take up too much time.
Man, appreciate you, Rob. Like I said, my brother Rob, man, his collection when it comes to these sketch covers on a different level. But I'm gonna pass it off to Nerdy Girl so she can show us some of that crazy OA she got in her collection. Y'all
I only
prepared to
pulled
be.
a couple. I guess I can pull a couple off. I'll pull my favorite cover off the wall too.
Yeah,
All right.
just not. You ain't got to show us too much. Just, I'm pretty sure you got some heat up in there.
She's gonna blow us away with the first one.
This is from Fantastic Four 3.
See,
Curvy.
already.
There's that curvy foot. And this page is significant because it's the first time the whole team appeared in costume on a page.
See,
Wow.
good.
Just casually pulling out Jack Kirby OA. Fantastic Four at that.
Kirby,
No big deal.
dun, dun, dun. All right. And then I'm going to go to the 90s with this one. So this is from Wolverine, page 81.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ultra set up for that one.
Yeah.
And so it's so big.
That's like
So this is when like his bone claw is starting to grow back.
Nice.
See that? All right. And then I wasn't going to pull this one, but I really want to show it. It's probably, all right. I'm going to pull two off my office wall. Okay. The first one is really cool because it's Ramita Sr., who I love. But I posted like a part of a snapshot of this on my Instagram, and I didn't show everyone like the best part. So this is his origin intro story in a Sunday Daily Strip.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What?
Yeah. See that top panel concluding the origin of Spider-Man?
Yeah. So that came out in the newspaper or?
Yeah, it was, back in like the 60s and 70s, they had like the newspaper daily strips for comic books.
See, I didn't know that. I'm keeping 100. I'm not ready to say I didn't know.
So it was like the first time they shared his origin story in the newspaper. And that was the conclusion of his origin story. And then this will be my last share. Eric Larson. This is my favorite Spider-Man cover. Because I love Spider.
The webbing.
That's the. Oh, is that the new Fantastic Four on the cover? With Spidey, Ghost Rider, Hulk,
it's Sinister
and Wolverine.
Six.
Oh, it was Revenge of the Sinister Six part one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's the Sinister Six. Okay, so that's all right. I see Electro down there in the corner now. All right. Oh, that's Doc Ock. I thought that was Hulk.
Yeah. Oh, you thought it was Hulk. Okay. Okay. I love Eric Larson Spidey. Okay, that's my shares.
Dope. Thank you for sharing that. We appreciate it.
With the first one, as usual.
Someone asked, how do you protect original art? And I use UV museum glass. Like all my frames are custom framed. It's really expensive, but I think it's worth it.
I was gonna ask you, like, What? How long? Like, what's like the? Do you take all your stuff to the same place, or do you?
Yeah, I had to find a new person when I moved. And he really is just a one-stop shop. So I think it's if you have high value stuff, especially, you should find someone you really trust. Because my fear was always, oh my gosh, what if this guy like makes a photocopy? Like you would never know unless you open, you know what I mean? But you would never know unless you open the art up.
Yeah, unless he makes a photocopy and then puts
Can you
it.
imagine?
Yeah, man, that'd be
No.
some wicked. That'd be some wicked stuff right there.
Right.
Especially if it's a print and frame shop, right? Like
I know, right. Because they have all the paper.
When they put the
So this guy-
paper on the back and seal it up.
Yeah. You won't know. No one will know.
At all. You
Yeah.
100 years later, I mean not 100 years, but 10,
Right.
15 years later, you try to sell it, they be like, this a photocopy, dog.
This is not authentic.
This is not the OG. All right, I think Ultra has something he wants to show us.
So I'm wearing the Autobot symbol for the shirt this evening, and as you can tell, I might be a little bit of a fan of Transformers. Which diving in, Nerdy Girl was correct. She was like, "Don't you have any like sketch covers?" I'm like, I have one sketch cover that's not drawn on because it was recovered from the estate of Herb Trimp.
Oh, that's so cool.
So there's a Transformers book, the Transformers Regeneration 1 number 100 had a retail incentive B cover that Herb Trimp was doing original sketches on at the time of his passing. He'd only did so many sketches, and then all the unsigned or undrawn on ones came up for sale. I was able to get a hold of a copy, which is really, really cool. I overpaid like crazy for it, but it's a blank sketch that was not drawn on. But the ones that I was able to find that were drawn on for a different title, and I'm pretty sure I have one other one somewhere. I just don't know where it is. It's deep in the vault somewhere. But I was able to find two of them, and these are the retail incentive B covers, and they're all white, just black and white sketch covers. So.
Cool.
So it was just a blank, and then the colorist Josh Burcham did the sketches on the retail incentive B covers, and this is for Transformers More Than Meets the Eye. The other book, Robots in Disguise, also has a sketch cover done by, I think it's Andrew Griffith, and IDW Limited actually has a ton of blank sketch books that were done in very, very limited numbers. But this bot right here, I'm not sure if he was new for this series, but he might have been new and introduced in the other book, Robots in Disguise. His name is Tappet. I don't think he's got any other covers. I don't think he's definitely like, he'd be like a K or an L list character, like so far down the alphabet, right? Like nobody really knows him. He's had like maybe 3 lines and like a million books, but Josh Burcham drew him on the cover. But then I was fortunate enough to find the seller who was auctioning both of these off for a stupid low price. Well, the bidding didn't go very high, but the villain, which this is the guy named G-Axis. His name is a play. He was invented at the very end of the Marvel run by Simon Furman. And Simon Furman named him as a joke to Marvel because they had canned Transformers and they introduced him in, I think, Transformers Generation 2. And the joke was his name is G, Axe Us, as in, when your comic would get the axe. So they axed the original Transformers run. And Furman then invented this character named G-Axis. And he's proven to be a pretty big villain, compadre. And actually, he's a teacher of Shockwave, which is really weird. Because Shockwave's a big Decepticon villain. But this guy's a mad scientist. He's responsible for doing some horrendous things to RC in the IDW Generation 1 universe. And so, yeah, super villain. Cool. Made it to a cover on a sketch by Josh Burcham. So those are the two that I have. I'm after another one from Regeneration 1. And some other people have some that are sketched on too. So those are pretty cool. But other than that, I might have like maybe one or two more somewhere in there, but I don't know where they are at the moment. Yay.
Those are cool. And you
All
had
right.
art.
Appreciate you.
I had
you,
art.
Ultra.
I did have art. You were right. You were completely right.
Thank you, Danielle, for making Ultra go and dig and pull out his OA. All right, so I guess I'll take over now and show y'all my couple of pieces. I just do some of the original comic book art. I don't feel like pulling out the sketch covers and all of that. But so this is She-Hulk 162. Beautiful Raza cover right here. This is the interior pages for the panels that I own. This is how they look, color and all that good stuff.
Awesome.
I'll try to show y'all how it looks. Show y'all what was actually printed, and then I will show you the OA by Janoy Lindsay.
I love seeing the before and after, or the after and the before in this instance. That's awesome.
And that's what came out.
That's sick.
That's awesome. That last fifth panel, quarter panel.
A point I do want to make to y'all is that OA ain't always super expensive. Mm-hmm. This is what I paid for this, and that's Canadian. So you convert that to US, and it's right around $100.
110 probably.
And think about this, because this is 2 pages.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen one page of OA that's just like a random page inside of an issue that goes for more than that.
Yeah.
Like just like literally like the art don't look good. Like this is like one huge splash. This is like 2 pages connecting to make one splash page, and splash pages normally always start off around 300 for OA, anytime it's a splash page. Like, so really good pick up on this. And this artist who did this is still relatively young, and his arrow is pointing up, is trending upwards. So here, let me open this up so I can get this back in here.
And the money goes towards the artist.
Yeah, and the money, I bought it directly from the artist, so everything went straight to him. So if you want to support like your favorite artist, that's another good way of doing it. See if they got some OA for sale, and buy OA from them, man. Like,
reach out to them. Don't be scared.
Yep.
Well, most artists will have some portfolios too on the table that you can flip through. I think people worry that like they shouldn't flip through them sometimes.
That's the first thing I go to. I go straight up to free and start flipping pages.
Then I have the book for this one somewhere, but I didn't feel like digging it out. This is from here. I can actually show you up close. This one I really like this one because it's printed on one of the Marvel pages. It's just not like some generic page, and then everything is typed in there. What if Miles Morales, the Hulk, #1,
that's an awesome
issue 1, page 17.
Yeah.
And Salazar shows you the artist, so it has all the information on there. But this is the first time that Miles transforms into the Hulk, which obviously
awesome.
happens in this issue. So like, will we ever see Miles running around a movie or anything like that as a Hulk? No, but it's still a collaboration of 2 awesome characters, Miles and Hulk. Big splash page, and the art looks really good. So I was pretty happy to pick this one up. Again, guys, showing y'all that OA can be had for cheap. This one was only $300. You think about that, man. You'll pay $300 for a slab, right? The other one, you'll pay $100 for a slab all day and won't think much of it. OA is not super expensive to get into, guys. Like I'm not gonna say anybody, but most of us can afford to get into OA. You just got to make those little sacrifices. Say, you know what? Instead of buying these 3 slabs, I'm gonna just buy me a piece of OA. Instead of buying these $300 slabs, I'm gonna buy me some OA. Instead of getting on Whatnot and blowing $100 a week, I'm gonna stay off of Whatnot Well, don't stay off of Whatnot, y'all. I'm just saying don't stay off of Whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna spend a little less on Whatnot, and then next month I'll be able to buy me a piece of Away.
Eat ramen for the month.
You know,
buy some art.
Stay away from Starbucks.
If it weren't for the fact that somebody I really don't like bought all of the covers that I want, I probably would chase more original art.
Ooh, what are Rob? I see that up there.
Yeah, that's some sick stuff you're holding up
Oh,
there,
hold on,
buddy.
let me zoom in on
Yeah,
that.
that's awesome.
Now, I pulled this off the wall. Of course, Dirty Girl got the beautiful frame. I do have some frame, but I was showing that this is the museum glass. You can see how bright the thing was earlier on my other books, but you can see this. Once you turn it to the side, no glare whatsoever.
Yeah.
And this was done by Carlos Caballero. This is the original.
Serious.
That's
It's,
stunning.
It has Chadwick
That's dope.
Boseman. Chadwick Boseman, like he's in the Kamoyo beads. You can see the fading right underneath his jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
And it has
awesome.
the torn page. He has all the tribal writing in the background.
Details.
See the Wakandan lettering in the background, like in Shuri's hallway. And I was like, but this is the style of frame that I got at Museum Glass.
Yeah.
Reserved, and pretty sturdy.
That's a
That
forever
was nice.
piece.
Exactly. And of course, I'll be remiss. I share this a lot.
I love that.
Rob, I know your white be getting tight over all that She-Hulk away, bro.
It's on the wall in the bedroom. What you talking about?
Rob, you a wild boy, man.
So I noticed that signature on there. Who did that art?
Stephanie Rue.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome.
I told y'all Rob got a crazy collection, man. Rob got a
know.
crazy collection.
Not everybody else does, but we
did,
know.
I did want to share a couple of things on IG. I was supposed to have my guy TM Comics on here, but I botched communication on that one and forgot to follow up with him. But I was looking at his IG page and I saw this.
Nice.
That was his first stream he ever did. We were helping get him ready for his first stream.
Yeah, in Orlando, right?
Yeah, at MegaCon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My guy Tyler, such a good dude, man.
Yeah.
And it's all three y'all. So great time in Orlando. But I think these are prints. This is not it. This is not what I was looking for. This right here. So here goes some of his sketch covers.
Oh wow. I llove that spider one. That black.
I know I'm not gonna be able to do his collection justice, but man, he was showing me some of his stuff at C2E2, and he has some amazing stuff in there. I think he up there with Rob and Sketch God as far as like sketch covers is concerned to me. Like he has some pretty amazing stuff in his collection.
It's amazing.
Yeah, he has some amazing stuff in his collection, man. Who's that? Yeah, Anzulo.
But to bring up a valid point is that when it comes to this, you're catching the artists in their raw form and no digital help. You get to see the pencils, the inks, everything's raw on the page, and that's the part. Like a lot of these, that's why I didn't get most of these graded, because you get to see the texture, you get to see the style of how their strokes are hard or not on the back of the cover. Because a lot of times the reason those grades go down because they're not applying a lot of pressure to put color on the sketch cover. So a lot of that has to play on to how great some of these artists are. So it goes to the testament to the artists. It really is. It's expecting differently. Let's just keep it real. This is definitely a different realm that a lot of people don't tap dance in.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling somebody. I was like, man, it's another way to speculate, in my opinion. Like instead of specking on like, oh, this first appearance or that first appearance, like try to get away from some of these artists early while it's still cheap. And because a lot of times the OA will blow up as the artist goes up, right? Artists get more covers, things of that nature. You start to see a difference, in the price of their OA because you got more people seeking it out. Now, this is Sketch God's page, which I know Rob was telling me he owns some ridiculous OA. Some ridiculous OA. Let me invite. Hold on, we got another guest, y'all. My brother Ant from Bird City Comics in the
Hey.
building.
Bertie Sanchez.
Late because I had that's my fantasy draft name. That's my fantasy football name is Bertie Sanchez.
Oh man!
Because after I beat people, I'm just like,
Oh my god!
oh,
And this thing drunk in chat, bro.
you got the victory cigar. I'm ready, dude. Check out this real quick before I derail too much. I got a box of Cubanos, fresh from Cuba.
Man, and you're talking about it on the internet. You're about to get raided by the feds.
No, it's legal. It's legal now.
Since
Let me
when?
guess, you had that in your mouth the whole time you was drafting.
I was waiting. All like,
Hold on, did you bust out the draft shades?
you know, I busted out the draft shades. That's how I intimidate folk. I'm like, really? You gonna take my pick? All right,
I will play poker with you anytime.
dude. That's a thing that has to happen. I'm just saying. So Ian knows this. When I bring out the cigar and the draft shades, he lost. It's a thing. Bertie Sanchez. You already know. Look at this damn big screen. What's happening here? What's up, nerdy?
Hey, did you bring art?
Shit, I got art. You guys want some art?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brian
too.
making a good point on this. And Brian, if you're not busy, hop. I can shoot you a link and you can hop on. But Brian making a good point on this one, man. It does suck that more artists are going digital, so you really can't get no OA. And a lot of my favorite artists now are digital. You know, so it sucks not being able to get.
There's a consolation prize here. Okay, they do this thing called prints, and they make them limited, and they lithograph, sign them at the bottom with the number of what they are.
It's not the same.
It's
It isn't.
well,
It's not the
I get
same.
it though.
I'll say it.
you're right. It's not the same because it's not drawn on paper the same like natural way that everybody likes.
Well, and it's not one of one. Like the beautiful thing about original art is it's one of one. Even when you do a
correct.
sketch cover, no two sketch covers are ever going to be exactly the same. There's always going to be some kind of nuances that are different to them.
All right, can you guys see this back here? I'm pulling things off the wall.
Yes. You did not turn the camera off. We can see you.
Here's a Neil Adams.
Ooh.
Neil Adams.
Oh,
R.I.P. Full sketch
Make
Batman.
them big. Make them big.
yeah.
That's what she said.
Laura.
Saying. So Neil Adams right here. This is Batman 29. Neil Adams on sketch. 9.6 is what they graded it, but it's a full-on Neil Adams Batman right here.
Damn. That's a beastie Batman.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm not done.
So you guys remember when they did that Harley black bag with all the random sketch variants,
Yeah,
and then
with
some
Jay
of
Scott.
the other
Yeah.
books they did too,
Yeah.
randomly inserted sketch variants. I think that was always a cool thing to do.
Yeah. Jay Scott had a one-off one in there.
Yeah,
Here's Derek Chu, deceased.
Ooh.
OA.
Oh, that's dope.
Red Hood.
And know all the artists, so he should have like the best
Right.
fucking
Right.
OA.
Hold on, I'm not done.
Oh, and do you ever request the OA from any of the artists that do your covers? Do you ever be
That's
like, hey,
what
can I?
I'm showing here. This is the only time I've done it because I love Day of the Dead art. So this is Ricardo Drummond. These are Bird City
Oh,
Comics
wow.
exclusive. These
Oh
are
yeah, I
perfect.
remember that one. Yeah.
So that's the Ice Cream Inn, and then this is the Department of Truth.
Yeah, that
I
was a
love
good set.
that.
We got Jai Lee sketch.
That's dope. Why you got all these DC covers? Where the Marvel at?
Hold on, let me get you a Marvel.
Mel- Mel would be displeased right now.
This is one of my favorites right here. Sajad Shad. Super underrated. Does one of the best Usagi
Oh,
Ojimbo.
dang.
Yes, that's my guy.
Yeah,
he
that's
is a
great.
beast, man. He
Yeah.
is a beast. People
Yeah.
sleeping on him.
And I got him to do my first exclusive that's going to come out at in New York Comic Con.
Dang.
He killed that.
Those infinity frames. I need more.
What? How do you have your books on your wall?
infinity frames.
So
age-old Mexican secret.
that's right. So this is a frame I used to manufacture. It's called the Infinity Frame, and as soon as materials become reasonable again, I'll probably start making them. But they're clear acrylic frames that I had made.
And you just mount them to the wall.
Mm-hmm. Throw a little thumbtack on the wall. They're really lightweight. And
you just want the thumbtack?
Yeah, because that was my thing. Is like easy access. When I hung these, it was like you stick one on the wall and you size up the next one. You punch a thumbtack.
Well, let manufacturing come back so you can make some more of those.
Look at that. I got a whole wall.
Love that.
Looks clean.
And they stay?
Oh, they've been up there forever. It's no problem.
How long did it take you to get them even like that?
That was the thing, though. So because the thumbtack hole is higher on the actual frame part, once you hang one exactly where you want it, it's really just lining up the next one, punching a hole, sticking the thumbtack, hanging it, line up the next one, punch the hole. I did this whole room in like 20 minutes.
I have 6 of them on my wall right now.
See? Who knows?
Damn.
Danielle wants some of them now.
Yeah, I do. I'll think about them hard.
And I'm using shelves like a sucker.
I started that way.
I got those little tiny little shelves from Amazon.
What are
You
those?
guys are doing it all wrong. We just need the infinity frames and thumbtacks.
Infinity frames and thumbtacks will do it. My son's room and my wife's room. That's all they have on their wall are infinity frames.
This 4-piece for the raw books, however, is a clip off of the set that I had on my wall when I was 10 years old.
Oh, that's
my mother caught me taping my comic books to the wall and ripping the paint off. And she's like, no, we're not doing this no more.
We're done here.
So like she got me like a big old like reel of this stuff, and it's like all snapped together, but it barely fits a modern comic with a My Light. It's a little bit snug.
There you go.
And how
Damn, you a baller. You putting your books on My Lights, bro?
They're actually just tacked up in the corner. It's like tacked up, small thumbtacks around it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. When I used to DJ, I had like a whole wall of like vinyl records, and it would those little flat thumbtacks. And I would just stick all of them through the wall. And Laura's like, "This doesn't look good," and I'm like, "You're just saying that."
The slab above my head just has
thing.
a little tiny, like little L-shaped acrylic bracket.
Yeah.
So the ones on the wall.
All right. Well, Laura's probably still watching. Laura, we need to manufacture these again.
Yeah. Can you get on that? At least like a small limited batch so I can have a few.
Well, Laura and I did 500 on the initial order, and we sold out like within like a couple of weeks. But they were breaking and shipping because they were really hard to package. So I was replacing a lot. Like I replaced all of them. Everybody got good ones. I think Rob, you had some that broke, didn't you?
No, all of mine.
Yours made it. Oh, maybe I'm thinking Lucas. Lucas had a couple that broke, and I'm like, here's 5 more, or whatever it was. But so everybody got taken care of. But they're just really thin acrylic. They're very dainty, so they're nice and clean, and they're nice.
Do you have earthquake insurance?
Right, dude. I couldn't do no wrong. I wrapped them in bubble wrap and foam and double box, and they still broke. It was insane. I couldn't figure it out.
What was cost like manufacturing? Was it expensive to manufacture, or was it pretty easy?
No, it's easy and it's not expensive. It's more the waiting game. Like when you manufacture things, if you want a good price, obviously a lot of people go to China. So we started there, and just getting them was like 3 or 4 months once the product was like approved.
Yeah. Make a limited run of glass.
I tried to get somebody. I almost had somebody in Mexico to manufacture them for me. But it was just not reliable. Like I got like half, and I'm like, all right, never mind.
Another cool thing is the Ultra Pros. You know how you guys have the cars with the magnetic clips?
Yep.
There's magnetic clips on top, the one touch. It fits in. They're plastic, and it has a mount right in the back.
It's a magnet?
Yeah, it's a magnet. Like this is my Souls of
Mike. Oh wow, those are like the new school fortresses from like the 70s and 80s. You know fortresses?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where you know them? Where you actually like had to screw them in, and there's like a little silica gel packet that goes inside of the actual fortress to keep the paper preserved. Yeah.
And sometimes a lot of those would be screwed in so tightly, they would the covers would stick to the glass.
Yeah.
And then when you went to remove it, it would pull the color or the cover like right apart.
Wait, has your hair always been that long, Ultra? I'm sorry.
Yeah, normally it's combed over my head this way,
Okay.
but just
You're just letting your hair down today. I like it.
yeah, and that is an amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
amazing
that's-
right there.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
What?
I love the pink.
That all pink really sets it off. That's
Yeah.
this more from
Sketch
Sketch
God.
God. Yeah, wish I could have got him on the show today. Now, I'm sorry, I mean to cut off the conversation, but I did want to bring this up. Rob, I think you told me that he owns You told me that he owns 2 OAs. Look at this.
That's a. What am I thinking?
Pacelli 1 in 25 for Miles.
Yep.
Oh, I was gonna say it looks like a Michael Turner, like Michael Turner Studios, because he ain't around anymore, but they're still continuing that name. It's a different artist. That's what it looks like.
Oh, so I think this is actually this is a NFT.
Yeah, NFT.
Oh, it
He
is.
He posts when people sell sketches, but he'll let you know at the bottom that he owns it. But he has the I don't think he minds me telling, but he owns the original to call 1 in 25 Killmonger. He owns that original cover.
Oh,
The
that's
number 2.
Yeah, he got it for an absolute steal. When he told me the price, I was like, "Oh, I hate you that much more."
Wow.
And you don't
So
know
I'll
the
tell
price
y'all-
of stuff until you ask.
He owns that. That's the Valkyrie, the first MCU cover with Valkyrie on it.
issue 2 from that Exile.
Yup.
Well, I think anytime you can pick up a cover, you should. Like if it's at a price you're
yes.
comfortable paying, because covers especially, they're gonna be what's always the most sought after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys think that like original art, like this is the next step after like cover collecting? If you have an artist in mind, you're like, I'm gonna get all like Laura's a big Frizen fan. Do you think her next step should start to be like Frizen OA?
Yes.
Of course.
I think she should own a cover. Yeah, of course.
At least one. And
Yeah.
one.
When I saw her at C2E2 in December, she had some fire up in there, but I didn't know a lot about OA, and I just was like, man, these is like thousands of dollars, but some of the stuff she had was like kind of underpriced. Now that I kind of think about it and look back at it, like she had some original Something Is Killing the Children covers in there.
Dang.
Man, just
You want-
crazy stuff.
You want to add insult to injury, Ninth? I was at Baltimore Comic Con
I love
2017,
that frame job.
and I held the actual infamous Iron Man 1 in 25 infamous Doom, the all black by Esad Ribic. I had it in my hand, $8,000. I was like, I don't have it. I just put it back in the packet. Like, nope.
Well,
Dang.
I'll try to make you feel better by letting you know that I passed up a $40 9.8 many years ago. That book, like an idiot.
Lord,
Mm.
man, y'all welcome my guy Brian McClay to the show.
What
We're
up,
gonna show off some
everybody?
OA as well.
McClay?
Y'all give McClay a happy birthday round of applause. My brother just celebrated a birthday.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
Thank you. The big four deuce.
Ooh, you still young, boy. You still got some years left up.
Did you say 42?
42, bro.
No. McClay, we refer to it as the meaning of life. If you've watched Hitchhiker to the God of the
Yes.
Galaxy,
Yes.
we are the meaning of life.
One more revolution around the sun. So I had to jump in because OA is my thing. That is like the thing that I love to collect the most. And I love to put stuff on the walls art wise. I think that the biggest problem that we have in comic collecting and, art collecting and stuff is we keep these things in long boxes or in closets and we don't share them with everybody. Like these should be on the walls if you can get away with it in your main room as you walk in your house, like I bought that when I went house shopping years ago, I wanted to find a house that had the front room when you walk in has like the vaulted ceilings and all the walls are like huge tall walls to where you could put art from 20 feet up all the way to the bottom, that type of stuff. And that's exactly what I did. And I'm a huge Watcher fan, so as soon as I saw the original Sin cover be put in previews by Jim when Jim Chung did Zero, I hit up Jim Chung And I said, I got to buy that cover. And he's like, well, I can't sell it yet because the book's not out, but, you know, I'll be doing the con circuit. And so I asked him if he was going to be in Phoenix. He's like, yep, I'll be in Phoenix this time. So I bought it, went and got it. He gave me, this is really cool because if you look, the little Sam, what's his name?
Sam Alexander.
I always space on that, bro. Like it's the cannabis big time. I can't think of names. Sam Alexander is on a different little piece of art, and he gave me that too, which it just displays so well. And then he also gave me 3 free pages from this issue, which is awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
That's
it's
a
just,
really nice way you frame that also.
yeah. Framing to me is one of the coolest things. Like I get excited about thinking about what I'm going to frame next, you know?
That's cool.
And then, so I'm also a huge Battle Pope fan. I catch a lot of heat because I like Battle Pope over Walking Dead. And I had the ability to buy Walking Dead covers from Tony Moore. I shit you not. And I passed on it to get this.
We like
and
what we like.
I
I
mean,
Walking Dead, but we like what we like.
Great.
I mean, McClay, you didn't do wrong here. That's the thing.
All right. So for people that don't know about Battle Pope was Robert Kirkman and Tony Moore's very first published work. They self-published it under their own publishing company called Funko, and Funkatron. Sorry, not Funko, Funkatron. And they put out like 10 issues, and Battle Pope Shorts was this original cover, and they actually censored it on the original cover. And then when Walking Dead and Invincible got big, he asked Image if they would reprint his stuff in color because all of his stuff was black and white except for the covers, and Tony Moore redid the cover. So I couldn't get the original cover, but I got the Image one, and as you can see, it's censored on both. And I really thought about like trying like putting something over it, but I'm like, you know what, screw it. You know what I mean? Like if people see it, maybe put a little post-it note over it or something. But yeah.
No, that's killer. I love that.
Sure.
Wait, where is this in your house then?
It's in my front room, dude. Like when you walk into my room, like I said, I've got, well, you'll see here. You might be able to see some of it here. Like this is an example. It's framed art and cool signed band stuff from floor to ceiling, bro. It's like a museum when you walk in my house.
McClay, you've been to my house, and
Yes.
and it was funny because we have one of those long entries where you walk in, and you know it's like all the family photos, like your wedding photo, and oh my god, you're looking at each other into your eyes, and I love you so much, all that garbage, and your kids and all this crap. Laura's like, let's put up slabs of all of our comics that we do exclusives of. I'm like, I fucking love you. You want to get married? She's like, we've been married for 15 years, bro.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
all right,
badass,
cool.
bro.
Double check.
I'm telling you, man. Like it's awesome to be able just to go frame stuff and then to display. It's even better. And you got people coming over, show that shit off, man.
Mm-hmm. It's killer.
This, like I said, I collect Watcher pages. So this was a really cool one. This is, you know, you guys know how the Watcher works. Anytime something epic happens in the Marvel Universe, the Watcher shows up. And I love that. That's why he's my favorite character. He doesn't talk. He just sits there and watches and records for history. And
What do you think about him in the Whatnot show, though?
I thought it was the What If.
Yeah,
great.
the What If. Yeah,
great.
He
What's
killed
his
that
name?
episode.
What's his name did such a good job. I was so stoked. And then this page is from Fear Itself when Odin loses his eye, and that's pretty cool. I thought that was a cool reason to get that page. So my holy grail of collecting is right here, but I'll get into that in a second. This is a Tony Moore Battle Pope sketch that I had him do in 2006. Which is just beautiful. It turned out so well, and he does just such a good job in black and white sketches.
Why Battle Pope though?
He's my favorite character, bro. I went to school, so out of high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I love to argue, right? Okay. And one of my favorite things to argue about was religion. So I decided I was going to go to school to learn about religion, just so I could argue people. You know how teenagers are. Yeah. So I went and got a theology major, right? And did all of theology and stuff. And the funny thing is it changed my mind about arguing about that stuff. But that's why I love Battle Pope, because Battle Pope was basically like a funny story about the Armageddon God didn't have any way to fight the devil, and so the pope that was in power at the time was this big asshole pope that didn't care about any of it. He was just there for the chicks, and God had to give him a superpower in order to have somebody to fight the devil, and then he gave him Jesus as his sidekick, and it's just it's fascinatingly funny. So I really got into that, but this is my favorite piece that I own, and it's not. I don't think it's the best piece that I own, but Adam Hughes doesn't do commissions or sketches anymore. So I was really lucky to get this. People didn't realize he was there, and I knew it. And it wasn't the reason I went, but it was the first place that I stopped, because back then you couldn't get anything from him. People were camping out in line like a week before, 2 weeks before, just to run to his table to get sketches and art. And I think they even did like a documentary, like a mini documentary on it. It's fascinating. But this was at Star Wars Celebration from the 30th anniversary of Star Wars in Anaheim, and nobody knew he was there. So I just went to his table first thing, and I got on his list first, and I figured, I'll get some Star Wars stuff since I'm here. So I had him do Padme from when episode 2, when they were fighting those beasts in the arena.
Yep.
So that to me is just awesome. I love that piece.
That Supergirl to the right, I have that in a foreign. Where'd Rob go?
Dude, that's a beautiful piece. So hold on here. Let me show you guys. One thing that I really love is it just doesn't have to be comic book art, right? Like, I'm a big fan of The Cure. They're one of my favorite all-time bands. And I got this piece from an artist that is just absolutely amazing. I love it. Robert Smith, he did a really good job. I bought that and had that framed. I thought that was great. And then George Perez used to do the greatest sketches of all time, right? And not because they were good, but because they were basically free. He said, if you're going to pay me, just give them to the Heroes Fund. And I don't need any of the money. And then he came up with such a great idea where he would give you tickets, and you didn't have to stand in line. You could go walk around the con and enjoy the con and come back. And if your ticket number was, in front of the person that in the line, you could just jump in the line. And I thought that was genius. So these are George Perez sketches that, he did so many of these, but they're still great. I had him do Thanos, and then I had him do the Watcher, of course, which, obviously that's something I'm going to get. When I was talking about the art, so here's the rock art, the music art. This is another thing. So they're not original art, but they're prints that are super limited, and they used them as concert posters and stuff like that. And this is a super limited poster from when they were in Australia, where they played. It was their last 7 performances, and so super limited, gorgeous art, looks gorgeous in a frame, and I think it's just awesome. So
yeah, it's beautiful.
Looks great with that mat.
Yeah. So just continue to get your stuff framed. That's all I'm going to say. Like the framing stuff is the key to all of it, in my opinion. Get it. Rob showed such a beautiful piece, the museum frame, get the no glare, spend the money to do it. If it's something you want to put up, it's probably something, precious to you. Get the money to get it framed, and never allow somebody to poster board it and to glue it down, because it'll obviously ruin it. So but yeah, I wanted to thank you guys. I thought this was such a great idea, and I wanted just to jump in real quick. I'm actually printing out and packing books right now for my last. I had an Adam Hughes sale, so I thought it was like I got to show the Adam Hughes piece. But one last thing before I bounce, because I got to continue this. Appreciate everybody on this show. Great information. But to me, there is nobody in this world that does it better OA wise than Dinesh and his buddies. And those guys are like next level. The craziness that you go spend time with them, and they'll just show you their shit, and it's the craziest shit that you'll ever see. And Dinesh told me years ago that this was the next level of collecting, and I still think It's the next level of collecting, and nobody knows about it except very few people. Usually people that are in the know and have been doing it for a while, and then people like us who are kind of just pushing people to get into it, that have our favorite pieces. So I think maybe an idea. I've been pushing Dinesh for a while to maybe do a OA show, and I think an OA show is probably one of the key things that we're missing out on YouTube for collecting comments. So great job, you guys. Much love to you all. I'm going to continue watching from behind, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, bro. Thank you for hopping on. Appreciate it.
Peace, guys.
Nice pieces.
Thank you.
I'm going to take this opportunity to hop out as well. Thank you all for having me. Nice art, and thank you for educating me. Somebody who
I'm
doesn't
following
have
them.
All right. So now y'all about to leave. Everybody about to go to sleep and leave me out here by myself.
I'm going to sleep too, but I want to show off.
It's 10:30. It's my bedtime.
No, I know y'all on the East Coast and all of that. No, thank y'all for hopping on. Nerdy, thank you. Rocksteady, thank you.
Thank you.
Play, thank you.
I appreciate
And you're not going nowhere because you're on the West Coast, so you got plenty of time. Rob,
Bro, I haven't eaten yet, and I
don't care.
Seriously,
No, I'm just
that's
playing.
fun. Thanks,
I'm
guys.
just playing. All right, thank you. I'll talk to you later. Y'all have a good one.
See you later.
Right,
All right,
wait.
I'm about to go too, y'all. I'm out. No, I'm just playing.
No, look at. I forgot this one. Stuart Sager.
Whoa.
Right?
That's wicked.
Right? People,
That's wicked.
I got this, and I was
Yeah,
like,
it
I
is
saw
wicked.
him. This is nuts. It doesn't make any sense, but it's beautiful and confusing and haunting. There's so many different adjectives I can use on this. It's ridiculous. Look at that shit. This is all painted on.
Yeah, that's wicked. I can't even front. That is wicked, man.
He did this, and I was like, all right, how much do I owe you? And I'm not gonna tell you how much. It wasn't very much, but you're muted, bro.
So why some of the covers say art on them and some of them say are actually graded?
So
I
if you
saw
look at
some of Rob said art on it.
yeah, you see the little bullet hole or pinhole things there?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the old CBCS. Going
okay,
forward,
I see the
from when they
old
updated the labels, they went to an art grade just because obviously they're handled a little more. And like, look at, you can see like the art smears over the DC Comics logo that was hand painted on this thing. Yeah, there you go. So Rob's got an art grade. Yep.
So they stopped grading them because they don't want to devalue. Like, oh, it's a 9.4.
Well, because it's
9.8.
unfair. They're handled a lot more. You get a 9.8 into somebody's hands, and then they move it around, they twist it, and then draw, and then spin it upside down and paint on it. Like it's not gonna be a 9.8.
Fine takes.
Yep. But this Stuart Sager is crazy, right? This thing's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wicked, man. That's wicked.
One
You had that on the back wall, or was that?
No, this was in a box I had to the side. Oh, look at that storm.
right. The other thing I like about the art now is that they do this certificate of authenticity to let you know that they did it. Now, this is done by Gordon DeMere. Did a lot of those Turkish variants, but the added bonus to this one I thought was cool. I'm gonna go.
Rob, you breaking up, bro?
Am I? Well, this
His internet went to Europe.
goes in all of that paint. Did it? Hold on.
Rob
So
over there
choppy.
on that Baltimore internet.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, like legit, I gotta go eat. But Laura's like, jump on. I put in the code Labor Day 25 at our website if you want to pump that a little bit. 25% off our website till midnight. So guys, have some fun with that.
You got some good stuff. Labor Day 25, right?
Labor Day 25, all caps on checkout.
Today until midnight, what time zone?
I did in Mountain Standard Time, so that's like 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So y'all still got time.
Yeah,
Hop on there. To get you.
But yeah, I got we
yeah.
eat a barbecue today. I haven't eaten yet.
Mountain midnight would be 2 a.m.
All right, send me your addresses. I'm gonna send you guys some Cubanos. I'm out.
Ooh. All right. Let's see. They got a lot of good stuff on the website right now, too, guys. They got a lot of good stuff on there. Incentives, exclusive. So, yeah, take advantage of that 25% off. Let me flip
Did Rob freeze?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna
Damn it.
remove Rob from
Oh,
right now. All right, I'm gonna go through these last few sketch pages from Sketch God. He just be having heat, bro. This man just be having so much heat. This man just be
Bruce
having
Tim.
heat. Bruce Tim.
I got that in a 9.8, but the original version, not the foreign. And that's a Matina piece that I would love to have the original artwork for.
Right.
That's fire.
He's got some crazy stuff in here. Wow. Was it Saga? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or oh, is this? Oh, hold on. Yeah, I thought it was Saga.
Yep.
But he wearing the East to West shirt, which is
yeah, East to West, just because other title. Gotta promote the other books.
Yeah. Hulk. Sajad, man, I hope I'm saying, man, this is my guy. I hope I'm saying his name right, but bro, such a cool guy, and bro, he got some fire. And I still value artists that can sit down with a pen, with a pencil and paper and go to work,
right,
and still kick out high quality covers. And yeah, he can definitely do that. He different. Look at this, man.
That.
Sheesh.
Hey there.
Guilty as charged, Your Honor. Good Lord. George Perez right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would look at that, bro.
Gotta love it.
Who is this? Neil Adams? Bro, not even fair. Also, you see, this is kind of what people was talking about. Artists well, not the same thing, but like she basically copied, you know what I'm saying? Her own work right here. I'm not mad at it though.
I gotta take care of an animal. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Right. I'm not mad at it. I love this. Punisher thought he had to drop on somebody, but he didn't. All right, got you back in here, Rob. Sorry, I don't have my dual screens up, so sometimes it's hard for me to see y'all when I'm.
No, that's cool.
Especially when I'm on another page like this. Another Punisher.
But
man, we could go all day.
Back on that Alex Maleev, those were the original sketches he did on commission, and then made it a cover. That's
see, now that's a whole different realm of spec. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get somebody to do a commission and then they turn it into a published cover, like man, that sketch cover is worth infinite. That is worth more than the OA at that point, right?
Yeah, the Adam Hughes one, Harley Quinn, that one was done as a commission with like no panties, and then he turned that into a cover, like maybe 2 or 3 months later. So that original art, whoever has that, that's definitely worth having.
I love Frank Cho's Outrage covers.
I want
one.
those
things are funny.
Wheat cakes.
Look at that, bro. Come on, man.
Wheat cakes, bro. Outrage.
And we talked about this on Near Nirvana with the whole getting sketchbooks. Most of those covers are in here.
Yeah. And he does a new his IG. Just follow Frank Cho on IG. You will not be disappointed.
Never. You never will. Wheat cakes, bro.
Yep.
All right, hold on. Let's see. Get through here a little bit more. Look at that, man. Sheesh. Bro, there's not a ratio variant, nothing, you know what I'm saying, store exclusive that I would rather have over some of this OA, man. Like, sheesh.
Like, you can go all day.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I know I'm like, look, Jeff DeCall.
Yeah.
Good person, too. Nice meeting him.
The simple stuff is nice as well. Look at that.
Tula Lote.
Yeah, Tua Lote, man. I love Tua Lote work.
I don't know. Amazing Fantasy 15 though. Like, and that's what you guys notice, that these are the kind of books that some people are sitting on stockpiles of at cons. I've noticed that too. Like some smart retailers were like, "Hey, yeah, you getting some stuff drawn, signed? What you looking for some of these?"
Y'all know I was gonna pick that
Ken-
one, man.
Yeah,
Ken Lashley. Is that him?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Ken.
Ken
That's
Lashley, baby.
Just talk about the inking. It was him.
I'm still waiting
That's-
for somebody to have some that new suit variants drawn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. I kind of see that's. I'm kind of like challenge. I feel like that's a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to do a new suit variant that's dope. It's gonna make the people look at the new suit like, you know what? Maybe that
That's
new
right.
suit ain't that badass. But I said Marvel should put a rule in that if you want to do a Miles variant, you got to use the new suit. You can't use the old suit.
Where's the
For me.
editors? Where are the editors? Because that should have been editorial day one. Like, yeah, as of this date, no more variants in the old suit. But what do I know? You might say I know some. Somebody might say I know something about selling comics.
Oh
but
wow, look at that
Okay.
Miles, man.
That's amazing.
That is
Who was that?
crazy. Who did that?
I do not know.
No
It's so
name.
tiny
Damn,
on
he
my
didn't buy it
screen, I
either.
can't
So yeah, that's crazy, man.
That's badass. I love that.
Nah, I made it full screen so I can see it better.
Oh, hold
Right.
on, let me go back. My bad, y'all.
There we go. So we see the
Yeah.
W at the bottom of the signature, but I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I have no
Yeah,
clue.
artist unknown in his post too. So nah.
Kingpin all beat up. That's badass.
Adam Hughes, Hellboy. Good lord. Mama, where Joe when you need him, man?
Raging Comics
Where's Joe
King.
when you need him? Yeah, Maine. Yeah, Maine would definitely go crazy for this one.
Man, that's Omar Dugan. If you go to his page, he does so much work outside of that. I mean, like I said, he's my top 3. I have 4 pieces from him so far, but getting on his commission list is all about timing and being able to catch up to him when he's free. And it's like once a quarter he would do head sketches. You would get like 2 or 3, but you have to invest like $250 or something like that to get 2 head sketches. And they're on like was it 5x9 cards? So I know for him, I reached out to him when he was at like maybe 10,000 followers. If you go to his page now, he's at like 400,000. And I was like, man, you done blew up exponentially. And he was like, yeah, I don't know what happened. I was like, I know what happened. People catch on to your art and were like, yeah, I want something from you. So he stays busy. But I was, like I said, I'm so fortunate to even own these. So this is like top tier sketch levels because he doesn't do cons. He's in Canada, and he definitely, he puts his foot in it. Like I'm holding him up right now.
Yeah, because
Like,
them ones you got is crazy.
I want to pull a Storm off the wall, but that's graded. I have Storm and Vixen done, but like I said, these are next level.
Absolute fire.
And that's the quality of that's the power in investing into an artist early.
Yep.
If you see an artist you like their art style, go ahead and get a sketch. Go ahead and get a sketch and do it while they still cheap. You know what I'm saying? Because all it takes is one cover for an artist to blow up, and you'll never get them prices again.
Like I got this Sabine Rich before she started doing covers for Frank Cho. Like this one, you wouldn't believe how much I paid for this. $120.
Good Lord, that's highway robbery.
Insane, right? But I mean, it's next level. Like, I'm trying to get a commission from Anthony Piper because he did Trill League, and I was like, man, if I can get him to draw Juan Disha on a Wonder Woman blank cover,
Yeah,
that would be killer. But this
yeah,
is
and man, I love his art style, man. I wish Marvel would have did more stuff with him.
yeah, like I got somebody art by Tobias. I got him to do Juan Disha on a Wonder Woman cover. And this one, he did something special on the back. I can't show it here because let's just say she's in a birthday suit on the back. Like under the falls with the mascara, and I was just like, okay, I appreciate that. Well, I could do this.
Okay, PG-13.
Yeah.
See, that would be a dope cover if somebody did a cover like that, but had the waterfall covering up all of the
Naughty bits.
yeah, the naughty parts. Yeah, that would be a dope cover. I think that will sell. That's why I be getting on these retailers, man. It ain't hard to do store exclusives, bro. You just got to be creative with the art. Just don't accept any old thing. Think outside the box. But this Harley Quinn is amazing, by the way. I did want to say another way to invest in OA, guys, that we didn't really get into today. I'm sorry. I know I'm addicted to these sunflower seeds now, man. I gotta put these things up. Sorry, y'all. Another way that you can invest into OA, and this market is robust right now. Sketch cards.
Yes.
And my guy Free Energy Comics sent me this. And this is a Dr. Doom card that he got. Let me see. The World Is Yours. 101 original sketchograph personal sketch card by legendary superstar Nar. So man, dope right here. And I also want to show off my guy Solo. Give me 1 second, man. Let me go to Solo page.
Solo for drawing whatnot. I got something from him too.
Yeah, Solo a beast.
Yeah.
Solo was a beast. Ultra would love this. Elsa Bloodstone. Yeah.
Sure would.
Elsa Bloodstone. I gotta link up with Solo, man. We were supposed to work on some stuff together. You gonna flip that light off. Cut them lights off, Solo. Cut all them lights off, boy.
Cut them off.
That black light on. Boom.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'll hit up my boy Solo, man. Good guy. He definitely got some heat. Where you want sketch covers? I know his Marvel sketch cards normally go in the range of $200 to $300, like pretty much anything he does. And if you attend one of his whatnot sales, he has the blanks, the certified blanks from I believe Upper Deck, and you can request, if you win the auction, you can request the sketch. It is some rules on it, but they not crazy rules. And then he can get them certified by I believe it's Upper Deck. And then, that way it'll make it easier for you to, get it graded or whatever you want to do with the card. But it's basically like getting a 1-on-1 out of a pack, a 1-on-1 sketch card. So man, it's not super expensive to get into OA. It's so many different ways to do it, whether you buy comic pages, sketch art, commission covers, sketch cards, guys. It's a bunch of different ways to get into OA. It's a lot of artists out there that are not super hard to get in contact with. just establish that relationship, and you'd be surprised, what you can come up with.
Yeah.
You'd
I'm
be
holding on
surprised what
his
you
right
can come up
now.
with.
I'm holding his. I got this from him on Whatnot
Okay.
about 3 weeks ago.
Oh wow. Hold on, let me solo that.
I got this just before he went to C2E2, before he
Yeah.
went on his Whatnot show, and he gives you, cool message in the back. But I'm definitely want to get into the sketch cards, but I haven't found one I really, really like to go grab it. All the ones I've seen have been going on for $500-600, and I was like, nah, that's a little out of my range.
He's about to jump in.
Yeah.
Well, I know he got some stuff.
Yeah, you got some stuff too. And
All
then
right. So you tag in, and I'm gonna tag out. I got to get the kid up for school in the morning, breakfast, all that good stuff. Been a nice 3-day weekend. Has everybody had a good 3-day weekend at least?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Well, shit. Every day is a weekday.
Right.
Rob. Oh, look, there he's working on your cover right there, Rob.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw that, but shit, Rob teaching them kids now, man. So I know you needed that 3-day weekend,
right? But
yeah,
it's hard,
man.
when you're doing something you love. It comes easy. So
Yeah, definitely.
True.
But yeah, man, y'all go hit up Solo, man. There's so many great artists out here, man. You can get you some good OA.
there you go,
So
right
the
there.
Marvel Masterpieces is the ones that he doing the one-on-ones on. And that's one thing I like about Whatnot is that it's a lot of artists starting to get on Whatnot, and you can go on and watch them sketch. Even if you just want some entertainment, bro, get on, watch them sketch, see what they do, and you never know what you will see, what you will like. And then you can also get some ideas. You can also get some ideas for maybe a commission piece that you want done or something like that. And you can work towards your goal of getting that done. You will know, what you need to save in order to get that done. That's the good thing about commission pieces is that a lot of times you can just say, all right, I want to spend $400 and I want a full custom cover. For the most part, artist prices are not going to change like that overnight, right? But a lot of time buying slabs and raw comic books, the prices in the market fluctuate so much that it can make it hard for you to set a budget and try to save towards, getting that book, that you want, getting that hard to find ghost book or that grail. But with a custom piece, you don't really have to worry about that because for most parts, those prices are going to stay the same. You just gotta wait for the artist to finish the work, or for you to save up the money. Then you wait for them to finish the work. So to me, I mean, look, I feel like you can't go wrong investing in OA.
You know what though? But another thing that you want to bring up too is that a lot of these blanks are extremely hard to find. Like if you really want to dig into the weeds, like that's now I know Ultra, you do the FOC stuff and you look at the matrix and things of that nature. Imagine trying to go back and look at a 2007 She-Hulk blank. That's tough as hell to find. Who ordered that? Who ordered those? So it's even tougher to even think about getting any of those. So I have some stuff here that, like Terry Moore, Strangers in Paradise. I have that blank. I have a 7 to Eternity blank. A lot of those, the covers were ripped off and used as selling the cover A's for $100. But those blanks are scarce.
I do have a 7 to Eternity blank as well. And so you're right. There's some books that are extremely scarce because of that situation where they wore an A cover with a sketch put on top of it, and then the book gets hot. Mighty Avengers #1 is another one of those books.
Yep.
Are you talking about like when there's a blank cover and then people rip off the blank cover because the A cover is right underneath?
Correct.
Exactly. Okay, you can tell when that happens because the barcode's missing.
Some books are like that.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
books
Yeah,
are
some
like that.
some are, some aren't. You got to double check on that.
Yeah, so be careful on that. It's like, because also, like, when you see those covers without the barcode and people say it's an error edition, don't listen to them. That's fucking bullshit.
No.
Yeah. Like this one's a tough one to find. Fearless Defenders. Like this is one from 2014, I think. And this one's. Go ahead.
I can't remember, man, but I think some of these are actually qualifiers in order to be able to order the blanks.
Yeah, that's what James Kreider was just saying, that some of these are actually.
I always like I like remarks as a good segue to get into like getting full on commissions and stuff like that. So this is a Snake Eyes cover, but Greg Horn drew Deadpool on top of it instead. And then he changed the word bubble, of course. And then for this particular one, he was only doing 100 of these like this. So I thought it was always like pretty funny. Plus, favorite GI Joe, or one of my favorite GI Joes and favorite Marvel character all in one book. Can't beat that.
All right. Well, this is me tapping out.
All right, this is me typing in.
All right. Thank you, Ultra. Have a good night.
Showing up. Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. And for sure, looking forward to more content on this channel and other channels. Make sure you follow everybody who's been on the show this evening and who's still currently on the panel. And we'll check you guys soon. See you later.
Ooh, Mr. Jack is saying that we should have done a blank for Ninja Funk for issue 1. Ooh, I see another person trying to tap in. I'm going to add them if that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jack, all right.
Jump on here and show off some of that OA, man. I know you got some. I know Skeff. I know you got OA.
Do you want me to keep going with some of the goodies that I set aside?
Keep going, bro. Keep doing.
Alrighty. Of course, my favorite, Jeff DeCall doing Polaris. This is not Scarlet Witch. That's
the one you got at MegaCon, right?
Yeah. So I'm starting off with some stuff I got recently. So this is on I don't know. This is a 9x12, something like that. I have a frame for it. I still have not framed it. As you can always see in my background, this is a original art Momoko piece. If you didn't know, that's $1. I wish.
$1.
Yeah, but it's Something Is Killing the Children number 14 cover, so that's always on screen. Some more recent stuff that I got back recently. Tula Lotte. I got this done over at MegaCon as well. So I was surprised how much her commissions cost. They were only $200.
Wow.
Like,
yeah, that's the steal.
With how much she's exploding and stuff like that, I thought it'd be a lot more. And then like
art pricing is very weird.
Right.
So I've learned that when I was at Canada. I'm like, this is very odd.
Well, and then when I took the picture, I didn't notice all the like blood splatter, how much that actually popped out on it. So I was, and then for me, grade doesn't matter on this, right? Like it's all about the art on it. I just like having it.
But you had a 9.8 though on it, right?
Yeah, but whatever. like it honestly doesn't matter to me. Like, because I'm not paying for the grade, I'm paying for the art. Like, and then I just like to have it encapsulated for like verification, like this person did it on this date, that kind of thing. But I mean, most of the time, like when I'm collecting OA stuff, it's for PC. Like this is a In-Huk Lee piece done on a Batman cover, so I thought that was just like hilarious. It's actually featured on his Instagram. I bought it from Bird City, like before they even like jumped on podcasts. Like I bought it from their Facebook, or actually it might have been from their website. So, but I was like kind of like cool. So for a while I was just collecting Deadpool covers, and this is a Tyler Kirkham piece. I got it cheaper than what he was charging for a commission. Like I missed out, like before he got exploded on Whatnot. I missed out on his commission list at Dallas Fan Expo. His manager was taking commission or like requests for commissions and stuff like that, and I missed out barely by like a person or two. So I went on eBay, and someone was selling the sketch, and I was like, kind of like, oh, that was cheaper than what he was charging.
I get lucky like that sometimes because it's already done. It's like sometimes like people want to use their own idea and it's already done piece. Sometimes you get a good deal on it since someone else, you know what I mean? Like it's already somebody else's idea.
I feel like if you just hunt eBay long enough, that like you can find stuff too. That,
There's
like,
some great deals. Yeah.
Yeah. An artist I wouldn't be sleeping on right now is Adam Hughes. Original art.
I mean, that's impossible to find.
I mean, not really. Like,
really,
I mean,
you tell me where to find Adam Hughes.
I mean, you can find it on eBay. You know,
yeah, but
like,
I mean, like
some of his earlier stuff is a lot better than his current stuff. And the reason why I say like that, why that's a good pickup, like he's retiring from comics, right? From doing comic covers, like, and he's doing the because he announced this back in May that he's just doing the Marvel animation development stuff. Awesome. Even though he owns the rights to his art, he can't sell it while under this NDA. So I feel like his pieces are going to start disappearing as soon as more and more people find out. I probably shouldn't have said that before I bought some pieces, but you know, the information's out there for y'all.
All right. Let's see if I can find any affordable pieces of Adam.
All right. Talk about spending way too much money on a commission, but this is from Rob Liefeld. So yeah, I bought this on the May the 4th during pandemic, so 2020. But the cool part about this was none of the money went to Liefeld at all. Like, I paid my money to a shop how much I spent on it, which I'm not willing to disclose, but
whatever, Yeezy. Whatever.
It was more than 500. I'll say that.
How about that? Whatever.
Yeah. But you know, it went for a good cause, and I thought it was funny. Like, how often are you gonna see Deadpool with a lightsaber and Boba Fett on the same cover? So it was like kind of like two of my favorite characters. Alrighty. So I'm starting to move away from doing Deadpool commissions and getting into more Gwenom. So this is a Ali Garza.
Nice.
Yeah, on a black cover. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Because what?
You were getting them graded at the show, or were you taking them to CBCS yourself?
So this was, they were actually supposed to grade this art, but they ended up grading it. I went through a retailer.
Okay.
Like, they had Ali Garza, and then they had CBCS witnesses.
Got it.
So yeah. I really like this one. This is Josh Lyman.
Nice.
This is according to him, when I requested this was the first time he ever did a sketch on the black cover. So I thought that was kind of cool. Like, you know, I'm not sure if he's gotten a bigger following or not, but I think he's like an artist based out of Austin.
Okay.
All right. So the way I collect OA is I always go after artists I really like. So I got this from Ji-Hung Lee.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
I've seen a couple of Ji-Hung Lee Gwens. I need a Ji-Hung Lee Gwen to go with that Ghost Spider Gwen.
Yeah, so I requested a Gwenom cover on this, and then, you know, I was like, I just want, you know, Gwenom on there, and then he was like, okay, or, you know, I spoke to his translator or manager.
How do I get a piece from him? What do I need to do to get a piece from him?
Go to this website and request a piece.
Okay, how do I do? He has a website?
He has a website.
Okay.
So Ji-Hung Lee has a website, and then there's like a section where it's like commissions, and then you can do a request.
He send it to his handler, and his handler like reaches out to Ji-Hung, and he gets back to you. He'll
because his handler's in like California, and then Ji-Hung Lee's in like what, South Korea? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, he had a New York Comic-Con blank commission available. Missed on that one. That sucks.
And then my final piece I'd like to show off. This is from Jock.
That's badass.
I recognize Jock.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell by the signature right here too.
Yeah.
But here's the cool part, right? So it's an all black cover. Originally was the blank.
Isn't that cool? He goes hard on the black.
Yeah.
So black Sharpies, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, so like when he did the negative space like signature on there and stuff like that, you can't really see it within the camera. But the reason why it has like an 8.0 is it actually has slashes where this part's like where the white is, like cuts into the cover.
When he uses pen, so that's how he made the rain. So he uses a sharp pen, a sharp white pen, to make the rain, and that's why it's stunning.
Yeah. So that's why I say it doesn't matter about the grade; it matters about the art that you get. Yeah. So
nobody can argue with that.
Yeah. I mean, that's that's why I was like preferring CBCS's just art grade.
Art.
Yeah.
CGC does a no grade too. You can request it, but it said it has to be a special request, air quotes, special request to get no grade. But it's just like if I wanted to use Ant's infinity frames, if I want to get in a slab, I want to go with the no grade because I don't care about the grade at all.
Yeah.
But, I would have to send in like 12 books to get the no grade. Like I want all of these no grade. And, they'll be like, oh, okay.
I had one other piece, but I was too lazy to grab it. So
same.
Yeah. I mean, you got to leave one piece behind for mystery, but
never.
It's a piece from Justin Hardin, if y'all know who that is.
He does the Harley Quinn stuff, right?
He's actually the artist that did the introduction stuff to Deadpool, like all the little animation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Chad Hardin. He does a lot of the Harley Quinn stuff.
Okay. Yeah, so that's all I had to show off, and some tips that I had about collecting OA. I mean, Skeff did watch me sell my 3-time signature, 2 times remarked Secret Wars 8.
I did. Yes, I did watch that. Yes, I did watch that. You're like, I need money, people. I need money. Buy this from me.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like, it was a cool piece to have, and I know plenty exist out there.
Exactly.
But it was like half the fun was the journey of getting it.
Oh yeah, and now you get it's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see all the art I picked up in Canada?
I did not.
You did not, dude. I picked up 10 pieces in Canada.
You picked up 10 OA pieces in Canada?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
That currency exchange is real nice. Actually, Skeff is the one who told me to stop being an idiot and buy this.
Yeah, it was like $140.
Yeah, I wish I would have bought that. I wish I would have bought that Luke Cage OA they had in there too. Soon as I made my mind up on that one, the guy was right behind me to get the Luke Cage. It was Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and the baby underneath the umbrella.
Yeah,
I wish I would have got that one. But guys, another great sketch artist, Corey Ross, still up and coming. You can still get his work done for a very, very fair price, in my opinion. He should be charging more. But Corey Ross has some amazing stuff going. I think it's only a matter of time before he will be doing covers for the big publishers.
Aaron, I finally got a Werther Deladera piece.
Oh, did you?
I did. It's stunning. It's right here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
It's so pretty.
Here, let me put you on the big screen, Skip. And this is actually my commission. And I backdoored and got this autograph by CM Punk at C2E2.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, Skip, show off some of that beautiful beam footage I know you got over there.
Ooh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. Wait, isn't that the cover that you were associated with?
No, it's not. No, that's it looks like that though. That's Cutter.
Yeah.
America.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it had that same kind of layout to it.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I can't believe I finally own a piece of his art. So 6x9, it was like $300.
Oh wow.
So, but I mean, like, come on now.
That's still a stunning piece.
It really is. So yeah, yeah, man. I picked up. This is one of the big pieces I picked up. Did you see my Stegman All Might? He posted it to his Twitter.
Did he really?
I got mentioned on like comic book resources or like comic book news. It got mentioned on some sort of website.
Or like CBR or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Here it is. Look at this thing.
Oh wow.
That is sick. That is sick.
Isn't that incredible?
You gotta get that color, man.
No, I'm not touching it. I ain't touching it. I don't even know. I wouldn't want anyone, like, the line work, the details. Like, this makes me so happy. But yeah, that was my Stegman piece.
That's another beast in its own. Like getting someone to color it, like Laura Martin. She's masterful on most of those covers. She did work right behind Stealth Freeze. She would kill that. I know you would.
Oh, T. Jones has a good question.
Yeah, it needs Chris's signature. I gotta find a way to meet. I gotta get Chris the bot, right? And then there's a Naki Miranda.
Oh wow. So T. Jones, if you're ever interested,
That's crazy.
in getting a sketch at like at a convention, the way to do it is you drop by the artist's table first,
like day one.
Yeah, like the earliest you can get in there, and like this, the artist that you want, the sooner the better, right? Especially if you're going to be there all weekend. Put in your requests to what you want them done.
Yep.
Some take payment up front, some take like half payment. Like you just have to work with the artist, and then let them also know that you're going to have CGC be a witness for it.
Is that our
This is Steve McNiven.
No, the other one.
Oh, this one is Mark Brooks.
Oh, that's amazing.
But it's funny.
I want something.
Yeah. I originally was like, Mark, I need a remark from you before the show's over. He's like, Steph, I got you. And it like, give me like 2 minutes. And he comes over, he hands me this. He's like, all right, Steph, I'm all done.
Sweet.
That's and funny. I'm like, come on, man. And he's like, all right, no, I got you.
Wait, did he flip that around to surprise you?
Yeah.
Like he handed you like that, and you're like, and that's all. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then he's like, there you go, buddy. And I'm like, oh.
He faked you out? That's so
he
good.
Did.
Yeah.
He did. So little Mark Brooks piece had to have it. No new Otley pieces, but I don't think you ever saw my Otley piece that I got. This was a couple shows ago.
Oh wow. Mighty Mel V's gonna be jealous on that one.
Yes. Yeah. Alas, poor Viltrumite. But yeah, this is the Otley piece I picked up from him.
That's fire. That's
I wanted that Shakespeare. I wanted that like iconic, and he's like, I got you. And I'm like, hey, you look, got that mustache on there and everything. Yeah.
So you know exactly what it is.
Exactly, right? Know exactly what it is, man. But yeah, so Aaron, I picked up a lot more art pieces, and I'm just like, I think I'm good for a while now. There's like, I think I'm good, buddy. I think I like to.
Wait, did I get you started on collecting OA like at MegaCon?
You know what? Because I picked up. I looked around at it more, and for me, it's one of the things where like, did you see the Daniel Warren Johnson piece I picked up?
I remember you showing the last piece. I remember like really looking.
The Berserk one, right?
Was the Silvestri piece that you got?
Okay, yeah. So after the Silvestri piece, I'm like, and then I started to get to know like comic sketch art and like Scott's collectibles, and just like prices always fluctuate and go up more and stuff like that.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I got this before he like raised his prices again.
Nice.
So he doesn't do this very often anymore, but a 2-character piece on here, and I'm just like, you did a whole YouTube video about this one. This is a Fan Expo Chicago pickup. But yeah, Aaron, I looked around it, and I'm like, you know what? I really should just get a couple pieces that like of people that I really like, or just test it out. Like Aaron, this was a deal. Like at one point, I'm just walking around looking at like artists, like you said, and I was like, how much? Like this one, Emma Kubert.
I do not.
This was $100.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, like sometimes you just can't. You know what I mean?
That's just stunning too, because like sometimes when you pick up art from an unknown artist, they could like explode down the road, and you just never know, right?
Right. Yeah. So like that was $100, and then remember the page that Ninth bought. This was the same artist. I had him do. This reminds me of Visions. Does this not look like Ahsoka if she was in Visions?
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah. I really Janoy Lindsay. I really like his style.
Right. This is $100. $100.
Crazy. He just had a really good Moon Girl cover that came out for Marvel a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, he did. But yeah, I just wanted to show off some of the piece I picked up. No, this is my favorite one though. My Erica Slaughter.
Nice.
You know what, Aaron? You picked up more original art than me. Like, it's always a fun thing when I went up to pick up the piece. Like, were there? He wasn't at the table. I talked to Cadence. They were the one that was in charge. So I went to Cadence. It was like Saturday night by the time I finally grabbed it. I put the order in on like first day. And Cadence, you know how they always go like, either this was the one that he worked on the most out of all of them. Like, I'm sure they say this to everybody, but it's fun though. You know what I mean? To think that.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, that's the one that looks the coolest all weekend. I'm like, I don't know if I believe you, but I appreciate you saying it anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so happy
still
to
see
have
the ink
one
wash
of his.
Oh,
on that.
Yeah.
I know, isn't that like that's what they said? They said that like he went hard in the paint on this, and I'm like, okay, I believe you because, yeah,
acrylic. Probably use acrylic in that black. You can still see the strokes. Amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, so happy to own a piece of it. I saw him in person and just thanked them, and I'm just like, dude, thank you so much for the incredible piece. They said you worked on this one the most out of all of them, so like, all right, thank you. But yeah, so Aaron, at the end of the day, it's one of the things where like, I mean, it's just hard, man. Like, now that I have all these pieces, I'm just like, I don't know who else. Like, and I was just like, it's crazy, right? We're just like, well, what else do I need? I have some incredibly cool pieces.
So I feel like that's also like a transition that like a lot of comic collectors go into, right? That like once you collect your favorite grails, like and stuff like that, you start to like, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna pick up anymore. And
right.
It usually leads you to original art, in my opinion.
And at Canada, I had to
like 9 times out of 10.
Where it was just it's the next progression, right? But at Canada, I had to make a pivot. Like, I couldn't buy as many books at Canada because I had no way of getting them back. So my brain just like, well, I gotta buy something. Let me just pick up some art. Literally, just walking around.
Especially if you're traveling to all these different cons too, like,
and I see
how many times like, right? You get an opportunity to run into all these different artists. You know that most people don't get to travel to all these cons, like because like you know if you're a retailer that's going to all these cons, you're there like tabling, selling books, whatever,
right?
Or you're there for I don't want to say a mission, but for a purpose or a concentration on like whatever, whether it's getting like signatures for whatever pre-orders that you're taking,
or a line or a product or an item or whatever,
right, exactly. So, but if you're just kind of like freelance on your own, then you can kind of just do whatever you want, right?
Yeah. But it's crazy though. It's just like the opportunity to go around and like look at artists, and like the pricing is fascinating to look at prices of things of that nature. You know what I mean? Just it's really cool. But now, what's interesting though is like you said, when you get into it, like now, like, so for me, like I now want like another like My Hero piece. Like, I want another My Hero Stegman piece. And I'm just like, what character should I request next? Like, should I get Endeavor? Should I get, like, a Deku versus Bakugo? Like, now my brain just like, this is amazing. What other anime characters? Can I get him? I want him to do a Gut from Berserk now. You know what I mean? Now I'm just like, oh. Because at the end of the day, I think it's really fun to have, like, someone who's a very famous, popular artist do something that's, like, maybe something they don't do very often. Like, I saw Ryan Otley. He did Gizmo versus Grogu for a piece.
Nice.
And that was really fun to watch.
Well, I think that's also like a slight difference too in collecting OA, that you can personalize it to something that you collect yourself.
Like. Yeah,
exactly. So I mean, that's like half the purpose, right?
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
It was funny too. Ryan, he was messing with me. He's like, I look forward to seeing this on eBay later, Skeff. And I'm like, how dare you, sir? You can go F yourself.
You're like, you're gonna catch it on Whatnot before that.
Yeah.
So real quick,
and I'm gonna invite you into the chat too.
Tag him into it.
Yeah.
So
all right,
real
$1
quick,
one minute.
my guy Astro Wizard sent me this. This is a collab that he did with. Did he say his wife? Oh, let me double check. Yeah, this is a cover his wife did. And so they also did a collab together. Let me show that one off. Which, Astro, I gotta hit you up about something, bro. This
Wait,
is
him and his wife also work on like action figures too, right? Like they've done the AT-AT stuff and like the like stormtrooper helmets. Is that right? I guess let me know in the chat, Astro.
yeah, but his wife's IG is Stepford Wolf Comics, and this piece right here is freaking amazing. And let me see, because I still got people sending me posts. Let me go back. This is Rocksteady should have showed this off on when he was on the show. I don't know why he didn't, but this is original action figure art from I believe it's one of the TMNT lines, which this is amazing. This is definitely qualifies as original art. He said he didn't want to take the show off, of course, but this is definitely original art. Here, let me see if I can zoom in on it a little bit. I forget how to. It's not gonna let me go in too much, but yeah. So some original action figure art from him, and then Free sent me something else, and then so I guess this is from Astro, a piece that he got from Astro, a Secret Wars custom. That is crazy. So yeah, Astro, we going nuts, man, with the graffiti style. So just wanted to share that off, guys. Sweet, man. Oh, why the fix the screen? Oh, it's because there's 4 of us. All right, but yeah, I did want to mention something else because I know, like, as far as like being on a budget, guys, Aaron was saying remarks is another way you can get original art. So I've shown this out before, but this is a remark I got done by Maria Wolf, and she didn't have to do a whole lot to make this happen. So all she did was she put the little spider senses around his head. She did the venom, and then she tagged her name on the phone pole. So like real quick remark, but and I'll show y'all the original cover for this book without anything on it and show y'all how much more it adds.
Oh, one other thing to note when considering a remark instead is that if their commission list fills up or they're not doing commissions during convention, remarks are another like settle, like how to settle in between, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's all about the entry level.
Yeah, so I like the original cover on this a lot. But it just adds that extra little pizzazz. You know what I'm saying? Like it just adds that extra little pizzazz.
I agree. I agree, man. Also, you guys feel like, so for art, you've been doing this longer than all of us. I noticed that I don't know. Have you?
Oh, you mean collecting like original art and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Actually, I've been doing like remarks and stuff like that since like 2018 ish.
Okay, so yeah, much longer than I've been collecting comics. Good to know. Okay, going on.
I mean, and then this was my first like big OA piece to buy, the Something Is Killing the Children cover. I mean, because that that is that's a cover piece, that's an art cover for Scott's Collectibles.
That's true. That's true.
So I mean, that was like my first big purchase, I would say.
Hey, it's still a big purchase, but I feel that a lot of people I think are kind of like, I feel like art is such a fascinating way, like with Ninth talking about like remarks, and then you work your way from like remarks to like maybe little head sketches to like maybe a full bust to like a full figure, then you get a full torso. Then there's so many levels of like getting original art. Like it is truly like you can truly get anything you want on there. But it's a fascinating way to approach it, where you like, it is kind of like, all right, I have this piece, can I get like a bigger version? And then you got to work your way up. It's fascinating.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite thing to do is select the artist, select a character that they're willing to draw, and then just let them run with it. Like I give them no direction at all. Like I let them do their thing because, I trust them.
That's a good call, man. Yeah.
I mean, because like, why would I pressure them to do something they
But you
don't
know what
Right.
though?
Exactly.
Sketchbooks is an entry too. Like one artist commission
Yeah.
those. We talked about this on Near Nirvana. A lot of times it's limited too. Like this is Omar Dugan's first sketchbook. That's hence the number one. I follow him for a while, and a lot of the head sketches that he's been known for, a lot of them have like those original pieces on the inside. Just like Frank Cho with Outrage, but you know, a lot of these are limited. Sometimes they only print 100 of these, or I have the Brian Stelfreeze with only like 75 of them. So a lot of the art in his sketchbook has a Black Panther sketch. So a lot of those are.
Oh, shoot.
Like,
I got to hop off real quick, but I appreciate you hopping and saying
this
hi.
is the Black.
All right, Skip. Thank you for stopping by, bro.
Monarch.
Love you guys.
All right, love you too. Oh, do you what I've seen other people do?
You know, I showed this off on Near Nirvana, but this is one of the.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What I've seen other people do that have been collecting, you know, art longer than me is that if they go to a lot of conventions, instead of like taking a bunch of blank covers, they actually get a art sketchbook and get commissions filled in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's I saw people doing that. That is a dope idea.
Yeah. So I'm always very impressed by the people that do that. I mean, you know, because you know, that's a book that can be sometimes easily lost, especially if you're taking it with you to travel a lot, or you know, it's just like sometimes to me it's like kind of risky, but at the same time, if you're careful of your stuff and keep track of it well, then like it's not too bad.
But the thing about that to me is that every medium is different. Like when I say stealth reads, you think of watercolors. If I say Anna Zoo, she does a lot of the ink washing and wash where it's chalky. So a lot of paper, some of the paper don't take as well, and it'll start to stick if you don't let it dry fast enough. So I think the art should be separated. You can frame it, you know, not worry about trying to cut it out of a book, but do it. But I mean, I've seen numerous times. I was just like, I'd rather it be separate because I don't want nothing on top of it. I don't want to stick into the front of it. And it be just my luck that, you know, I get some stuff freezing his watercolors into the page in front of it. There's a Frank Miller front. I got to try to read it. It's going to break my heart.
Very true.
For real. I did want to post this, show this off. This is Eddie Bear submitted this to me via Instagram. This is a commission by Todd Knock. Todd Knock is a pretty cool guy, man. I met him at San Diego Comic-Con. Very, very cool guy. And his commission work is not expensive, but like the wait list is a little bit crazy, so it's kind of hard. Ooh. Not hard, but you do have to do a little leg work to get on his list. But yeah, Todd Knock, man, he can do more than headshot covers. Like, you know,
yeah, that's just a paycheck for him, from what I've heard.
Yeah, that's what he told me. You know, pretty much he was just like, you know, hey, Marvel, they keep having me do it. I'm gonna do them, but I know at San Diego Comic-Con, he told me that he only had like one or two more coming out. But Todd Knock has a bunch of good covers out there. So
yeah
man.
I know you have to jump through a lot of hoops to get into his commission list. Like where if he's at a convention that you're going to, he opens up the first wave like early on that Friday or Thursday, depending on when the con starts, and you have to enter into a lottery to sign up, and then they email you contacting you to tell you if you got the commission spot.
Yeah.
I went to a small convention in North Dallas when he was actually doing that, and it still filled up like that.
Yeah,
like
crazy.
Like I was just like, it was kind of shocking, but like kind of cool at the same time.
Because his prices ain't crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like he has very, very fair prices. And Todd is like he does like his sketches. Like some artists to me, I think they do better sketches than they do like regular covers because I think they can be more creative. Than with Marvel, they probably putting you in such a tight box on what they want on the cover that it makes it a little bit harder for you to operate. But if you just got a guy to say, "Oh, just do me a cool Hawkeye cover," yeah, he can kind of go crazy and don't have to worry about a million different things when when he's doing that cover. He can kind of just sit down and and let his pencil do the talking. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I said, we could honestly sit here and talk about OA all day, man. Like to me, if you have like a PC collection, OA, whether it's sketch covers, comics, sketch cards, original comic book art, whatever, to me, it's better for your PC than trying to and then collecting, like published comic books that where you got to worry about the value going up and down and this, that, and the third. Like with these pieces, the value generally goes up. If you think about it, because if an artist is charging $100 today and he's charging $125 tomorrow, that means your stuff is worth more than it was yesterday. Now, some of that, if you ever decide to sell, right, it's going to be beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Like you have to get the right person, the right place, the right time in order to buy some of this stuff. But like I said, you shouldn't be buying custom sketch covers and all this with the idea to flip them down the line. Like, yeah, sometimes that can work in your favor, but I wouldn't like build a collection that I'm to flip around that. I would just keep investing in your first appearances, key books, and all that to flip. But definitely, if you want to build you a PC that stands out, like this is a great way to go. And you can do it cheap or you can do it expensive. Just, however, whichever way you want to go.
I think it's like whatever you feel comfortable spending too, to some degree. And then, what was I going to say about this? So that also drives up the price of an artist list too. Like if people are just picking up their OA sketches to flip on eBay, they notice that, so they're like, oh, I saw that piece sold for, $2,000 or whatever. So my commission cost now is $1,000 or whatever.
Right. Exactly.
Rob, you're muted.
Frank Cho, definitely. He went from
Adam Hughes
4,500. Then he saw one went for, I think the last time he did one, someone got him saying like, "Oh, my son has cancer," and he heard him do it. And he did a quick sketch. And he saw a week later went for 2,000 on eBay, and he was like, "No more sketches at cons, only the $20 head side profile sketch and no color." I was like, "Dang." But I think he does one through Scott's Collectibles, or is it Curtis Comic Art, where you gotta go through them to get the commission pieces. But a lot of artists are doing it through comic sketch art, Cadence, Deviant art. So a lot of times you go through those places, they'll put those original art covers up there at a reasonable price.
I mean, but that also depends on the artist's contract with those different companies too. Like sometimes you can't just approach an artist. Like the more notable the name is, then that's when you have to go through those I guess like third party third party companies to facilitators.
Yeah, facilitators, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, but that's that's the only thing I don't like is like when like certain artists, when you got to go, like it's a lot of restrictions on what you can get done. And that's another reason why I say is try to find artists early in the game that you think have potential to blow up, because it's going to be a lot less restrictions and what you can get done. No wait list, this, that, and it's just a lot easier. It's a lot easier to get what you want done. And like I said, another thing to think about is that wait list, man, because some artists do have, crazy wait lists, right? So
for that part, it's smart to hit up an artist before the convention sometimes too, if they're going to fill up fast. Like I reached out to DeCall before MegaCon asking if he was doing commissions on blanks or on on his 9x12s. I should have tried to reserve a spot then when he responded back to me. And then I saw a post like right before that his list had filled up. But then I went to his booth like first thing. Did that con start on Thursday or Friday? You're muted.
Hit the wrong button. I think Thursday.
Okay, yeah. So whatever the first day was, I went to his booth right away. Like I think I showed up to his table like 3 or 4 times before he was even there. And then I think I was probably the first person to stop by there. And I was like, do you have any more spots in your commission? No, I mean, that wasn't my first question to him, but like we had some small chat beforehand.
Yeah, and then the nicer you are to people, don't like just be complete brown nose. But if you approach artists the right way and they like you, and they can tell you truly a fan of their work, most of the time, if you don't, if you just ask nicely, they'll squeeze you in. Even if they say, hey, I can't have it done here, but I can mail it back to you, type of thing. But you just gotta approach it the right way and kind of let them know, like, hey, I'm willing to wait. If you want to take it back home with you, I'll go ahead and pay you, and you just mail it back to me. That type of thing.
I think he knew I was a big fan because like I had approached him before on Instagram, like when we were trying to figure out if TS 101 or Forgive Me Father 2 was his first cover, and he didn't remember. But he knew which one his first Marvel cover was, which is, if anyone's interested, Journey into Mystery 646. So be on the lookout for that. He did that nice little Marvel run. Like I think it was like 646 to 652.
646. The A
who's
cover. On that cover?
Skiff,
Lady Sif.
Yeah,
Sif.
it was. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that was his first cover.
For
his
Marvel.
First Marvel. Yeah,
first Marvel cover. Yeah.
That's still a significant thing.
It's
definitely a badass cover too.
I
guess
mean,
I could show it off.
Yeah, so I mean, like, yeah, if you look through that run too, like, it's like 646 to 652 or something like that.
Yeah, dope cover. But again, that's why I've been pushing for artists first, man. That's another way to be unique too, is getting those artists first, man. Like that just adds another dimension to your collecting and to staying different, because a lot of these artists first, bro, like you could go to a comic shop and find several different artists first, because most people are just gonna overlook them. Like this right here, first Marvel DeCall, like most people would just overlook that, right? They were like, oh, that's nothing. And
yeah, that's an easy like $4 book or whatever. Yeah, I would say, like, if you're back issue hunting, like that whole like run that he did, and you can tell which ones his are, like they're amazing covers, and they're easily picked up for cover price or less. I know I picked up
that's a fire cover right there, man. So, man, it's not hard, guys. It's not hard to be different while collecting. There's nothing wrong with being contrarian and having stuff in your collection that nobody else has, because the way I always look at it is like what's popular today, what's not popular today will be the bee's knees tomorrow. So just it's always you should be different, to a certain extent. Just to keep yourself honest, like look at stuff that nobody else is looking at and try to collect stuff that nobody else is collecting. Because you'll wake up one morning and that's gonna be the thing that's going crazy. You can be like, hey, I'm good. I'm glad I invested into that.
I mean, look at Star Wars books. That stuff was like super underrated for such a long time. Like I bought a Star Wars 196 for $100.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I bought a 68 for $70 at a 9.4. Like I bought
I'm getting a little bit jealous now.
I bought a raw 42 for $15 for my LCS.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, you're
Yeah,
talking about like some major keys nowadays, but like, I mean, of course, it's like some of those books have dipped down some, but I mean, like some of those like retain their price, like Star Wars 1, like that's a huge book now. I mean, the print run's like pretty massive. Don't get me wrong, and that 35-cent variant's always been super high price, but like yeah, but all of a sudden, like, and look at all the Dark Horse books. Like forever, those were all like dollar bin issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Just
understand.
the cause of cover, eh?
Yeah, like
variants for this, right?
yeah, he did all the A covers for this run that he worked on the covers 646 through I think it's 652, something like that.
I'm a headshot collector. I'm gonna have to grab this one.
Okay. Hit up Red Hood. I think he might have an extra or two.
Excellent.
To make your search a little faster.
Right. Man.
All right, man. Great show today, man. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We will be back Wednesday for cover picks. We will have a special guest on Wednesday. We'll have Nat, aka the Comics Queen. Or some of y'all might know her from Nat from Shortbox. She runs, I know for sure she runs the Discord community over there and does a great job at that. So she'll be coming on cover picks with me and Aaron. Next week is cover picks 50th episode. So we'll be doing some special stuff for that. I'll announce that this week. Other than that, that's pretty much it for tonight. And I think that'll be it for the week. I might be on Drunken Chat Friday. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll let y'all know. Got some stuff going on this weekend. But outside of that, guys, thank y'all for everybody who came through. Thank you for everybody that was around in chat. Everybody that watched the show tonight. Everybody that watches this on replay. I greatly appreciate it, and we will see y'all Wednesday. And my transition sucked. I was supposed to hit the video to roll out. I'm feeling around. Rob showing off that big booty She-Hulk one more time.
That's why you have.
What was you gonna say, Yeezy?
Oh, let me end the broadcast before I say it.
Oh, okay.